that a little bit later on. I've got to also show you some treats today. So excited. If you have no idea what this is, don't you worry. We will be telling you more about it. If you have seen Claire McDonald's Robin, this is what you can create with that is what you can create with these incredible elements. You may well know them as French wire. They're perfect for your pearl knotting. They are perfect for any gemstone stranding, to be totally honest. And today, if you want to be able to create the Claire McDonald's Robin, here's just two of them. They're adorable.
They're gorgeous, aren't they?
So sweet. You have the opportunity to create those using this. I have got that coming up for you today. You're looking at 6:45. I have got so many pearls coming up for you today, including two stunning kits. Briefly, I've just got to chat about these pearls in this kit. Never seen anything like it.
No, I haven't either. And when I saw them, I was like, do you know, they're so unusual, they're so fun, and they're so red carpet.
Totally. It's the complete Midas touch of beauty that we've got here. Golden pearls. Sometimes when you say golden pearls, you're basically getting like a strong yellow pearl, aren't you?
Yeah.
But this is true gold luxury look with all of that shine as well. It's just stunning. That's coming up in the first kit. I'm going to guarantee you that first kit under £40. I don't mean by a 5p, but you know what's in the kit.
Oh,
You'd expect it to be more.
Yeah, and there's so many of those pearls as well.
So many. So I've got all of that still to come. I have got as well a kit today as our must-have at 8 o'clock, which means you're going to get an extra sneaky little discount on it. We thought we'd just start your weekend off right. It's featuring featherweight head pins and sterling silver jump rings, as well as many other extras in there too. As well as all of that, so I'll give you a sneak peek of a couple of the pearls I've got tonight. Go on. Ooh. I love the top drilled ones.
Oh, I've not seen any today. We've not had any pearls like this, top drilled pearls. Gorgeous.
I think they're so pretty on a strand. I've also got this coming up at 6:30. Light green. It's called.
No, I'm going with mint.
Mint.
Yeah.
Like a peppermint.
Yeah.
Or a lamb's ear plant that we were talking about earlier on.
Yes, a catkin.
Yeah. Yes.
I think that's what they're called.
Are they?
I'm pretty
sure.
I
don't know. Actually, I've just thought, you are totally right. We're talking about the exact same thing.
Are we?
Yeah, we are.
It looks like the pendant.
Yeah, it does. Your pearl pendant over there. We have got so many goodies coming up for you tonight. We really, truly do. I just want to dive in. Do you fancy it? Yeah? All right. Let's dive on in and let's start with shell pearl. Shell pearl we absolutely love and adore because it is essentially perfection. It's perfect. It's smooth. You're not getting any pits or blemishes in there. You're going to get that beautiful high shine luster, that wonderful quality and look of very expensive pearls. They are a shell pearl, so they are extremely strong and sturdy. And the fact of the matter is that if you wanted to, for example, work with, for example, you know, your sterling silver alongside this. You wanted to work it in a hairband. You don't have to worry about the things such as hairspray, for example. If you want to wear these to the gym, you don't have to worry about getting a little bit hot under the collar wearing these. Whereas with real pearls, you do have to worry about that. They're strong, they're sturdy, they should be the price on screen, but not today. £6.45, I like it. In fact, I like it a lot. These are 6mm rounds, remember, and they're absolutely perfectly pure white. £3.95 for you today on that strand. Incredible. The golden pearls coming up for you in the kit in not too long. The gorgeous golden pearls on their way for you. £3.95 for you today. And if you do love a little bit of deep sparkle in with your pure whites, I've got the spinel in that first kit too. We know this first kit is going to be so popular. Genuinely, it's gonna absolutely fly out the door, we reckon. We've got an all right quantity. Because we've got an all right quantity, we're gonna give you a sensational price, but I will just let you know the gold pearls are only available in the kit. We've put the whole stock in, and you didn't just get a 38cm strand, did you?
Oh, no.
no. No.
A skipping rope's worth.
Aye. Yeah, a skipping rope's worth.
Yeah.
Can't think of the last time I skipped.
No, I can't either.
Don't think I've ever been that good at it, really.
No.
Not really. Loads of multi-buyers, well done. Let's stick with the same theme, okay? Let's stick with shell pearl. It's interesting, you know, because I think because we bring so many genuine pearls, it can be quite easy to almost overlook shell pearl, but no one else does.
No.
Big brands.
Huge brands. And, you know, and like you say, you get colours that are, like, definite colours as well. So if you were to try and do this colour on a pearl, you get pearlescence underneath and you get different shifts of colours, whereas this is beautiful, like a sagey green. Teal. A teal.
A teal.
A teal green.
oh, hello, Angela. I'm excited for the demo. I can't wait. That's a lot of exclamation marks. I like it. That's excitement. £3.95 on these ones again for you today. It's that time of year again where I start to ask all the guest designers their guesses for the Pantone colour of the year 2020.
Well, I think I'm going to go with a green this year. Next
Intrigued.
year.
Yeah, intriguing.
Because we've had some reds, we've had some corals.
Yeah. We've had baby colours.
Yeah, we've had the baby pink, the baby blue. I'm going to go for a strong green, like a jade green.
I love that. This is basically the exact colour that I've been guessing.
Yeah.
This is, I've got nothing to tell me that is the case. Not yet.
Actually, that's a good point, isn't it?
Yeah.
Seeing what's going to be the Pantone colour.
Yeah. But I don't know why. It's just, I've noticed it cropping in a little bit, but you know what Pantone's like. They come
would go lovely with the red. You know, if you put a little bit of the red French wire in between each one for like a little spacer. That's very Christmassy.
That's a lovely colour. And it's almost like a vintage. It's not like in your face red, is it?
No, it's like a very, like a burgundy red.
Yes. Oh, you deserve a glass of burgundy later.
Well, Mark, I've just found markup.
Yeah.
The takeaway and a bottle of wine ready.
Oh, the hubster's good to me. Let me bring to you your pearlescent white shell pearl now. These ones are in the 8 mils. I've only got 10 of them. I'm going to show you them next to the 6 mils because the graduated look is still thriving and as show signs are going absolutely nowhere. Even though the bigger, even though the bolder, it's still just £3.95. You can see the absolute perfection on these ones, which is always so beautiful to be able to witness. And you can just treat these in the same way as a pearl in the sense of pearl knotting them, can't you?
You can still knot them absolutely beautifully, and you know, you can put gemstones by the side of them as well because they're, like you say, they're a little bit more hard wearing than a pearl, so something like a spinel next to them will look beautiful.
Yeah. For example, the spinels that we've got in the kit, which are just epic. They have got everything you want them to have and more. £3.95 for you. Of course, if you wanted to do a set of jewellery, for example, for your Christmas presents, got the bracelet size maybe in the 6 mil and maybe the necklace in the 8 mil if you wanted to do so.
Wouldn't it?
But at that price point, I know this sounds a little bit peculiar, but at that price point, imagine doing a little knot in between these, putting a lovely clasp at the back and popping that into something like a cracker.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
I mean,
beautiful.
That's an incredible thing to... I'm happy if I get like one of them mini sewing kits.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
I always get the rubbish one. Do you know what I always get? The measuring scoops. You know,
Do
half a
you?
teaspoon.
Yeah.
I always get them.
Yeah.
They are handy, Paul, but the first time you get them, the fourth time you get them, they're not so handy.
Not so handy.
Not so handy
You only
anymore.
need one measuring, don't you? I've got one of these left. I brought it to you the other day and I've now got one. This is solid sterling silver with genuine gold over the top.
Wow.
We are looking here, I measured 20 centimetres, so we're looking at, isn't that about 8 inches?
19 centimetres is 7.5, so just over 7.5.
Yes, so about just shy of 8 inches it is if we're at 20 centimetres, if you can see that. But the great thing about this bracelet is it fits absolutely any size. So let's say I'm giving this, for example, as a christening bracelet, and say you're giving this to, you know, someone little, someone tiny. You could make this bracelet whatever size you want because the clasp goes into absolutely any one of the links. So this could be worn from childhood with the clasp there, undo the clasp, and it could be worn all the way up to adulthood, up to an 8-inch wrist size. So this really is one of those bracelets forever. It's only £18. It has sold out. Well done. It's sold, but well done. That's going to be a gorgeous gift. I won't mention you've got it, but well done. That's a lovely gift, that. Let me bring you a chain now, and this is your satellite chain.
Oh. Do you know, we hardly ever see this one.
Yeah, I agree.
Hardly ever see this one.
It's got the curb chain in between, which I think gives you more of a like of light. You would. Have a look. See what I mean?
It's like Eartha Kit.
Oh, yeah.
You are.
Oh, thanks. We've got here for you solid 95 sterling silver. You make and work and sell sterling silver. What for you makes this, do you think, popular with your customers, with your clientele?
Sterling silver is probably the most easiest one to buy for somebody. So if you don't know what kind of jewellery they wear, everybody's always got sterling silver and it suits all skin tones. It's great because it's the most reflective of all precious metals. So it's not like white gold that goes slightly yellow, or like yellow gold that goes dull, or platinum that's dull. This is high shine all the way through. And a necklace like this is really beautiful if you want to keep like a little pendant in place, because you can actually set it between those two satellites. If you're going to pop a jump ring on, with a small jump ring, and keep it in place. It's
That's
really
brilliant,
pretty.
because there's not worse than when your clasp is constantly rolling round to the front. Whereas if you put the right size jump ring, or even twisted head pin to really grip in between the two set points that you want, that's going to go nowhere. So it's going to weigh it down. It's going to weigh down that middle point. We are bringing to you for $9.95. It's 2.5 grams. I think it's quite easy to get nonchalant about the prices of our silver chains, but we've got to remember, when you're getting this kind of Italian design look and style, and you're getting so much metal in here, we're looking 2.5 grams, £9.95 is actually kind of a little bit of a impulse purchase kind of price, isn't it?
I mean, most people, I think, would be expecting like £20 for a sterling silver. If you went to the high street, you walked into one of the high street jewellers and asked for a sterling silver chain, I think it would be about £20, especially one like this. Probably even more, because you've got that beautiful detail on there.
Agreed. And it definitely depends where you go to. I've told this story a few times before, but me and my friends all get each other birthday presents for big birthdays, and one of my friends requested a very well-known brand, and if you've heard of it, Tiffany & Co. Necklace. And so we bought her one, and we had a little bit of money left over in the pot, and so we got her a pendant to go with this lovely chain that she'd picked out. And the pendant came and the chain came as two separate items, but it didn't actually come with anything to attach the pendant onto the chain. So you had to buy like an attachment bail. It was 20 quid. It came, and it was a jump ring. And it was a solid sterling silver, mind, but it was a jump ring. And the fact is that you can pay, especially when they've got big names attached to them like that, you can pay, even 60, 70, 80, 90, £100 for a chain, can't you?
Definitely. We were talking about stretchy bracelets in the mid-show, and there's a company called Thomas Sabo that sell black agate stretchy bracelets, and they're like £50, and all they've got is one sterling silver bead with a little hanging point, and that's all they are.
And that's all it is.
It's the brand, it's the box and everything that you like, that you buy, isn't it?
Yeah, completely, absolutely. We have got rose gold now, and rose gold is still massively popular. I have a sneaky suspicion that 2020 is going to be still rose gold. I think gold is creeping in more and more, but I still think it's going to hold a strong place in fashion. We have got rose gold here, and I'm thinking back to when, when you started, Fleur. I can't remember if we were doing rose gold plating then, were we? No, I don't think we were.
No, it was just silver.
Just silver.
Yeah.
And even then that was sporadic, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I think it's amazing that, because I remember when we used to talk about rose gold and we used to mention big named brands who would have it. I think it's fab that we can bring it to you now.
And when I do anything with rose gold on my stand, it's the first thing that goes.
Interesting.
If I use a rose gold like sterling silver bead, that's the first one that goes. And it is, because it's everywhere, isn't it? We were talking about it, we talk about it all the time, but it's shoes, it's phones, it's watches, it's bags, it's
toothbrushes.
Oh, really?
Yeah, toothbrushes. Yeah.
Oh.
Seen an electric one.
Rose gold plate.
It's got colour. Yeah, it's got rose gold, like near the button and stuff.
Really?
It's like 100 and something pounds.
Oh, that's a lot for a toothbrush, isn't it?
I mean, I'd want it to clean my house for that price as well.
I was going to say, it needs you to cook your dinner, that.
I would.
Turn it into a Hoover.
£7.95 for you today. If you fancy grabbing it, you know what to do. Info's at the bottom of your screen. 0800 644 655. the phone will then say, welcome to Jewellery Maker. And if you're anything like me, you try and press 1 as quickly as you can to cut that lady off. If you get welcome and then you won, whoa, then you beat the game. £7.95. How about we go back to shell pearl now, but we're going to do it in a slightly different way. I'm going to bring you drops now. Have a little look at these ones.
I think this is probably the nicest shape of shell pearl that we've had this year.
Interesting.
They all came this year, didn't they? These kind of drops. These
you're
beautiful drops. Because they're like molten metal, I think. They're not got that pearlescence. They've got like, I don't know, they look like they're liquid.
I completely agree with you on that. That's a really nice description. Yes, they do. They do. They almost look molten. And if you love a bit of molten metal, stay tuned.
Yes.
Oh, yes. Oh, yeah. We're bringing to you your lavender shell pearl drops now. I'm loving this colour. I think it's very sort of mother of the bride, but I actually think it's... You know how this year's colour is Living Coral from Pantone, and last year's colour was the purple hue, wasn't it? This is almost in between, which I quite like. It's quite floral, it's quite relaxed. I think it's one of those colours that isn't too ostentatious, too in your face, and therefore can be kind of worn by anyone. It's also one of those colours that's quite muted. So actually when you're looking at it in this recording, it almost looks silvery. That's in daylight. I think it depends what you pair with this, whether you want it to look more silvery. Pair it with amethyst if you want it to look more purple. Whatever you do, just make sure you're grabbing it, because today it is just £8.95. Also, I know this was a few weekends ago, but if anyone got the half-drilled earring findings that I brought to you, something like this, although it's not half-drilled, because it is the longer drop detail, a little bit of glue and into the finding just there, because it's longer and it's not sort of close to the finding, you're not going to be looking at that undersized drill hole, are you?
But you could get a little bit of sterling silver, flatten out the end, and then glue that end
into it.
So it looks like it's a through drill, but it's using your half
full
drill.
piece. That's quite a nice idea, yeah. There you go, £8.95 for you today. If we are talking earrings, how many am I going to be able to get? Approx. 1 pair, 2, 3. Oh, I've lost count. Always the way. 1 pair, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm going to say 8 at a halfway point. So you've got a fair few pairs there. And I'm saying 8 pairs, obviously, not individual pieces. 8 pairs at a halfway point. And then let's say we make the rest into a necklace. Because you could easily do that.
A
or a bracelet.
flower. Because they're through drilled.
Great idea.
You can make a lovely little flower.
How would you do that?
I'd ask Claire.
Good, yes,
I'd ask Claire,
estimate
or
Claire.
Alison,
yeah,
or
great idea.
Gemma, or Laura. So yeah, I think you just like put the wire through, don't you, and then just keep adding them in.
Add and twist.
Yeah,
The old add and twist.
I think.
Yeah, no, that's right.
Me and the wire don't get on well.
You do.
I just melt it into pebbles.
And we'll be doing that later. We'll be doing that in a bit. Oh, I love this. This is back in stock. It is absolutely stunning. Are you a bit of a magpie? Can I ask you that? If you're a bit of a magpie, I have a feeling you're going to really, really, really appreciate this. So, we naturally is said to be a bit of a magpie, like the shiny things, and apparently it's said to date back to like the start of the human race. And it's said to relate to when we were on the hunt for food and water. If we saw sparkling of water in the distance, we knew that our thirst was going to be quenched, and therefore it gave a positive reaction in our brain. And a lot of people believe that that is why quite a few of us have that sparkle addiction, and that, I believe, is the kind of feeling you get from this strand. We are offering to you serious sparkle, serious glow. And I've got to say that from August birthstone, to be able to get not only that sparkle, which is so juxtaposing of body colour to light, and what I mean by that is you're getting 100% tone on that there body colour, and then you're getting 0% tone coming through in the light. That complete antonym of each other, that complete juxtaposition makes this a real character-filled stone. But it's the shape, isn't it? I mean, come on, it's the shape. We sit and talk about sparkle from Spinel 9.9 times out of 10, but actually with this, I'm just gonna chat about the shape. Look at those incredible graduated, almost marquise. I know we described them as a rise bead, but they've got almost a marquise kind of appearance to them. That almost, you know, sort of ink-like luster that comes from this is divine. I love the way in which you get that graduation, and I feel with this the way that that light bounces. The light is so impressive and it moves sort of so strongly and so boldly. When you're looking at this, what are you seeing? Are you seeing a bracelet? Are you seeing a necklace? Are you imagining using this with gold pearls or maybe more spinel? Maybe you're imagining breaking this down, giving it as gifts as individuals, because let's be honest, when you're getting that movement of light that's so presto, you are getting this appearance which could be gifts for all. You have got, you know, a pendant for your best friend, a ring for your daughter, you've maybe got a charm for your sister. You've got so much on here, and let's be totally honest, if we're giving gifts, unisex as well. This is bright, this is bold, this is exciting, and it's so individual. I adore this strand. And if you adore it too, I strongly encourage you to put this in your baskets. Please, please, please add this to your basket right here, right now. You know full well if I've not mentioned that price for this long, it is going to go down. This is a reorder. It's sold out the first time around. It is now back in. It's taken us a while to get it back in because actually to get big sizes of spinel like this is tricky, in particular with it now being a birthstone. You know, big pieces like this, it causes a stir. We are bringing to you a solid strand, 65 carats worth, graduated in size from a beautifully delicate 9x6 to a big, bold individual pendant of 14x7, $19.95, not tonight's price. This is a big drop. This is a big discount considering that this has gone up exponentially in price over the last 3-4 years. We're bringing it to you today completely naturally, not for $19.95, but for £8.95. You have just got yourself a massive percentage off. That is absolutely huge. Better than half price today. We're bringing it to you at a discount. Oh wow, huge amounts of you in. Huge amounts of you in. Huge amounts of you in. Should be £19.95 for you today. We've taken it to $8.95. So what are we looking at there? 55, 60% discount? It's gotta be, hasn't it? Gotta be about that. Well done to Kent, Hampshire, 55% it is. Well done to East Lothian, well done to Essex, Bridgend, Durin. I've got Kent, I've got Merseyside in with us. I've got Lincolnshire in as well, well done. Cheshire, nice to see you, my loves. I've got North Lanarkshire in with me too. I've got brand new bidder in. Welcome to you, thank you very much. I have got loads of you in. There's a few of you now adding it into your baskets. There's a bit of a, there's people on the phone line as well who are coming through. We're answering you as well whilst you're there. I think that is so divine, and let me be completely honest, just one of those in this bracelet. Yeah. These are genuine pearls. The golden, real metallic pearls are coming up in the first kit. I adore this strand, and so does everyone else by the looks of it. What do you like about this, Fleur?
I love the shape, and I love the fact that it goes to that. It's very elegant. It's a really elegant design.
Agreed.
And just one of those would just look beautiful in whatever you put them with, you know, with the shell pearls, you know, with the, like so the gold kit with the microfaceted spinel would look beautiful because they really do pack a punch. Just one of those really will just showcase that piece of jewellery.
Yeah, really, totally will. Can't believe that discount. That is absolutely massive. I will just let you know it's only discounted that much because we're live on air, and also because we've purchased it back in. Well done, everyone. That is a stunner. Let me bring to you now something that I have a feeling you are going to smile at. When we think of green, I always think of like spring and summer and fresh shoots, which is a wonderful thing to think. But actually to get a wintry green, it's kind of few and far in between, isn't it? But now that the nights sort of draw in, I feel like we do look for more of those wintry hues naturally. And don't get me wrong, if browns and greys and blacks are your idea of a perfect winter wear, then that is sensational. But what if you're somebody who likes a little bit more colour? I may well have the green for you. have a little look at this colour. Because it's so dainty and delicate.
It is. But it will really, like you say, with the lilac ones, whatever you put it with, it will really then be a bit more chameleon. So put it with the black spinel that we've just done, and it's going to look really, really stunning. Put it with some rose quartz, it's going to look really feminine. Gorgeous colour.
It really is sensational. I think that colour is so wonderfully dainty and delicate. If you were to make something like, say, a necklace with this, what would you do?
I think I would be putting them with either another gemstone or some more shell pearls, but I think I would use these not as spacers, because I think spacers sounds a bit like the supporting act.
Yes.
Yeah, like I've downgraded
them, yeah.
But I think they would really highlight a colour of like a white pearl. They'll really put that colour onto that white pearl. So I think that I would use these to sort of like shoulder another gemstone.
I have not quite seen a colour like this before, and I haven't seen 4mm shells in quite a while, actually. I think it's dainty, I think it's delicate, but you know what I love about it? It is that winter floral green, and what I mean by that is, say we are going to do our flowers with this, I'm not going to want to put a bottle green with this, it's going to overpower it. I'm not going to want to put a neon green with this, it's going to overpower it. I want something that is equally subtle, equally subdued, and that is this strand. If you, at home, had to think of a gemstone that this is closest to in colour, what would you say? Anyone saying maybe jadeite? Could be.
Yep.
Could be, couldn't it? Could be, couldn't it? But it's got that pearlescent look, it's got that beautiful appearance, it's got this beautiful appeal, and also, so that makes it different to jadeite. Also, of course, it's a different weight to jadeite. It's a little bit lighter. So if you like, you know, multi-layering and you want a big, bold look, but you don't want the weight, then this is a great way to do it. Also, of course, it's not quite the same price. We are going to be bringing to you today a star-buy deal on this. £6.95. Forget about it. Who says that? Is it what's named Malone? Bugsy Malone.
Yes.
What are we on about?
Yes, it is.
Is it?
I think so.
No, Soprano. Who? Tony Soprano. They all say it in The Sopranos,
I've never watched
apparently.
that.
I've never seen that.
No, I've never seen it either.
No.
I've never seen it.
Is it good? How many seasons? 4 or 5? I'm out.
Oh.
No, I'm out.
See, I don't mind committing to a box set like that.
Yeah.
Because I was behind on Vampire Diaries.
Oh.
84 seasons later.
You're up to date.
And I haven't slept for days, but I'm fine.
But I've done it. £3.95 for you today. That is your deal. That is your price point. It is £3.95.
Do you know, it look gorgeous, like a hair garland with some with your antique bronze French wire. I'm thinking of Deb Rudge's beautiful hair garlands that she does, like the romantic hair garlands,
Yeah,
little flowers, these and the French wire. Absolutely gorgeous.
The French wire for you to make your... That's me doing a robin, obviously. It's coming up for you. Next. Ooh. Oh, exciting. So that's coming up for you in a few tickety boos. For now, though, nice work, Suffolk, Hampshire, etc. There's loads of you. Kent, Cheshire. The Channel Islands are in. Hello, East Sussex as well. Thanks for joining us. We have got some incredible pieces as well coming up for you tonight. 8:45. They've just popped in next to me, so I thought I'd show you them. And as we've said, we've got a very sort of hardcore, in-depth demo, which I think you're going to really enjoy. What have you got there for me, Chris?
Got some golden pearls.
Bring me all the best things, don't you?
I do.
Don't you?
Do you want to know your price?
Do what?
I didn't know the price. I don't know why I said that.
You're a quirks to you, Chris. Have a little look at this. First word that springs to mind. Text him. I want to know. 3 words. 3 words to describe this. Text him. 60777.
Can I text in?
Huh?
Can I text in?
What? Yeah. What's your... Yeah. Type it out.
the Midas touch. Hang on.
Good. Oh, is that an old school phone?
Yes. Yeah. Wait, you have to keep pressing the button.
Oh, just got it through, yeah. Yeah. Then you have to wait if you want two letters the same.
That's it, yeah. And then go down to the space bar.
Yeah.
Back up, yeah.
I could still do it though without looking.
Do you know what? My mum, when she first got one of those phones, she thought that auto text would sort it out. So she just pressed the number with the 3 letters.
And she
It could
just
have been
thought
any
it'd
one of
guess
those
it.
letters,
Oh,
yeah.
brilliant. Oh, bless.
You'd have to be like a decoder.
Yeah, to work
try and
out.
decipher them, yeah.
I love that. This is 1 metre plus 70 centimetres. Yep, 1.7 metres worth. Only available in the kit. I've promised you the kit will be under £40, guaranteed. Even though I'm not even over egging the cake here. What's that term? Over egging the pudding. Not even over egging the pudding here. But if I went to a gem event, I would expect to see something like that about £40 at gem event cost actually. So excited. Okay, I'm bringing it to you in a little bit of. I'm so excited. You've waited patiently all day. We're going to bring it right here, right now. These are the colours I'm bringing you. These are to make the robin, and I am going to start off with this one. This one right here. Your 1mm French wire. So we brought you French wire for a few years now, and the fantastic things about it are kind of boundless and endless. This was a new colour, merely launched a few days ago, and it was launched to give the wonderful Claire MacDonald another creature for her farm, the beautiful robin. This is fantastic, and as you can see in the picture, this is to make the body of the robin. Now, this was something which was created by Claire, and so you can watch how she's created this, how she's made this at your leisure, of course. I think these are just amazing. And it's not just for the robins. There's so much we can do with this, which we'll discuss shortly. I know you've been waiting. Are you dialing? I hope so. Buy as many as you want. We haven't limited you on this at all. You are getting, if you've not seen it before, I just want to really briefly explain what it is. It's essentially a very, very, very fine wire which is coiled. So if I gently pull it out, you'll be able to see it goes a little bit translucent there. Can you see that? And it springs back into place. And just like a wire, if you over pull this out, it will completely unravel, which means that you can build up texture to create the robins that Claire created for us on air. You are going to be able to mix all these in, you're going to be able to add texture with these, and it gives you the bulk of the body for this design, doesn't it?
Yeah, and one piece stretches out into so much wire.
It's meters and meters and meters,
you can
isn't it?
get, like you say, I made one, it's down on the floor down there.
Oh, what's it doing down there?
I don't know.
Is that a robin?
No, it's not a robin, it's just a bead.
Bobbing up in here, Dan.
It could have been a robin if I had...
Hello. Oh. So is this from just one?
Yeah. So you could use it as like a spacer bead.
Yeah. There you go. That's beautiful, isn't it? And actually, doesn't it look a totally different colour when it's drawn out? Well, not totally different, but slightly. So, if you were to use this, how would you use it?
You could use that now as a bead and just literally push your beading thread through there and have it as like a feature bead.
Do you know what else it could be?
Christmas bauble.
Not what I was going to say.
Oh, go on then.
I'll give you a clue.
Oh, yes, Rudolph's nose.
Dancer, Rudolph. Prancer, Rudolph. You know what I mean? Can't think of any others.
Comet.
Vixen, Rudolph. Comet, Rudolph. Prancer,
Prancer, Dancer, Comet, Vixen.
Prancer, Dancer, Comet, Blitzen.
Oh, Blitzen.
Blitzen, Rudolph. Yeah, you could make little polymer clay creatures with this as the snoot. £6.95. You are going to be getting 20 of them in total, as you can
Does
see.
it got lights?
No. You're not turning them on properly. He's not got batteries. I'll stay there. I am bringing you now £6.95. You're getting 20 of these in total, and you're getting the 1mm. Now, just to let you know, the 1mm thickness refers to not the thickness of the wire, nor the thickness of the sort of the overall, but the thickness, if you look at it that sideways on. So if you've got like a 0.8 cord or thread, that will feed through here. So absolutely oodles of you in for this one. Hey up Elizabeth, thanks for joining us Leslie, glorious to see you Gloria. Magnificent Margaret's in, lovely Leslie is too. Keen Kathleen is in with us. Joyous Jennifer is in too. There's absolutely oodles and oodles and oodles of you. We can obviously use this for so much more, and we'll chat more about that with the next product, but for now let me just remind you, oh, actually very nice with the gold and black too, because you can use it as spacers too.
Yeah, spacers, yeah, just cut it up into little centimetres and use them as spacers.
So that's quite an easy peasy thing to be able to create.
It's like a gizmo coil, isn't it? It's like doing your own, so you could gizmo coil this as well, so put it onto a wire and then use your gizmo.
But it's going to be finer, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because this isn't like a 0.25 wire, is it?
No, it's a lot thinner than that. No, it is. It's a really fine wire that's used for it.
And in fact, if I just find a little end to, well, I'll just pull out the bead a little bit. There you go. Just to give you an idea of the fineness of this. And if I show it you next to like a 0.6 head pin, prox, just to give you an idea. Right. That's about 0.6, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go. You can see that is a big difference, actually, isn't it? So that's serious, because this is not a 0.25, it's so much finer. So even if you were to, you know, sort of work these or whatever, that'd be really, really, really tricky to make. And you'd need metres and metres and metres of it.
You would need a lot of metres of it.
You've obviously stretched a full one out there. Don't suppose you got around to measuring it, did you?
No.
No. But as you can see, you know, I must have taken about 20 centimetres, maybe even more there, and you can see that looks untouched. And that is literally just from one of the these strands, if you will. You do get 20 full ones of them as well. Quite like the idea of these, again, in polymer clay, because they're copper, so you can bake them, don't forget. So what about making like a polymer clay mermaid and having this as the strands of hair?
Oh, I like that idea.
You could do loads of things with this. Because it is copper, you can bake it at your polymer clay temperatures if you so wish. That's something worth bearing in mind. Names have gone off my screen. Absolutely oodles and oodles of yin. In fact, let me just show you this with a little strand coming up.
Very nice.
It's almost like two rose colours,
Yeah.
isn't it? I've taken in there. Oh, how can I make that into a rose? Oh, I've got an idea.
You
Put it over wire.
Put it over a 1mm wire and then just form it around.
Do your rose.
Yes.
That'd be a lovely colour for it. Well done. Okay, next up, I'm going to bring to you the 0.7. Oh, hello, friend. I'm going to show you these side by side to give you an idea of the thickness difference, because there is a thickness difference and there is therefore a usage difference, if that makes sense. So there you go. The 1mm we've just brought to you, now bringing to you the 0.7. Now this size in particular is brilliant for when you're pearl knotting with the finer silks, for example.
So when you've got a silk that's about a 0.7 diameter, the 0.7 one is fabulous because, like you say, it's not going to be too bulky next to the first pearl, and it's not going to be too in your face. It's going to just like merge quite nicely next to them. But I love the idea of using these as spacers, especially with the gold pearls.
That's going to look so nicely.
You know, take out the 3 little black spinels, the one that you're wearing, and just pop a little centimetre of red in there, and say every sort of like third one.
Yeah.
Just have that little pop of colour, that red in there. Beautiful.
So we're bringing you the 0.7 here. It's the same thickness of wire, just a difference in diameter. 12 inches of each of these strands, don't forget. And that's 20 pieces for £6.95. So let's talk traditional here. For anyone who's not come across this before, what is the traditional use of our French wire?
So you use French wire to protect the silk from the clasp. So when you're doing your pearl knotting, the silk has to go obviously attached to the clasp. Because silk is quite a delicate fabric and silver can be quite hard wearing, as that moves onto the clasp, it will wear through the silk. So the French wire is there to like a protective layer in
like
between.
armour.
Yeah, like armour.
Chainmail armour.
There you go.
Almost.
Yeah, just like that. So it's just going to protect it and make it last a little bit longer than it would do if it didn't have it on there. And in these great colours, you know, if you've got some really lovely red pearls or some white pearls that you want to have red silk with, it's still in keeping.
Yeah. And let's face it, if it was, you know, an out and right arm wrestle between which is going to stand the test of time, a sterling silver jump ring or a singular piece of silk thread, more than likely the jump ring's going to win over time, isn't it? So this is just giving it that little bit of extra security, a little bit of extra armour, if you will. So likely to make your elements last longer. Well done all. Okay. Now I'm going to move on to the wing colour of the robin. Again, if you want to make both size robins, you know, a larger size and a smaller size, then I would suggest that you're getting all of them. If you just want to make larger robins, then obviously just get the 1mm. If you just want to make smaller robins, then get the 0.7, because obviously the thickness of the wire, etc., is different, but you get a lot more length of wire on the 1mm to make the larger birds, smaller for the smaller birds. So I'm going to do the larger 1mm again for your larger robins. So again, perfect for you.
It's got a beautiful lustre to it, hasn't it? Really catches the light, so gorgeous.
It's got a touch of slightly aged copper about it, hasn't it?
I'm thinking, you know, you could use this for your tree of lives as well. You know, to put texture onto the
branches.
That's it. I was going to say arms.
Yeah, tree arms. Yeah, tree arms.
Got quite a lot of arms, haven't they? Trees?
Yeah. But I knew what you meant.
Yeah.
It's like if I said to you tree feet. What am I talking about?
Roots.
Yeah, see, told you.
Yeah.
We have got here 1mm, and it is 20 pieces again. So if you remember the robins that we're talking about, if you have just tuned in, these are the elements that were used to create Claire Macdonald's robins. So on the actual robin design, the body is created using this on the one in the background, as you can see, and the red is used as an element. Now, when you're looking at this, you can see if you wanted to do wings with this colour, the body, the main body with this colour as well, you may well need more of this, especially if you want to complete the wings with this, which of course you can. We are bringing to you that wonderful sort of vintage colour, which does feel like an aged copper. It looks and feels quite expensive, actually.
Yeah. And I don't suppose it would matter what colour the wire was underneath, because it's covered with this. So if you had, say, gold wire and you didn't have any antique bronze, this you would cover it anyway.
Great
so
point.
It would,
Great point.
You know, it wouldn't matter.
Yeah. £6.95, and you are getting 20 pieces. I'm going to show you it alongside the red, if I may, just to give you the idea of what your robin's going to look like. Don't forget, if you make a robin, send us in a picture. Send it into Wall of Fame. We love looking at your makes on the Wall of Fame.
Do you know what you could do with this, which
Go
would
ahead.
look beautiful? If you attached it onto a core wire underneath and either macrame'd with it or just plaited with it, so you get that beautiful movement and it catches the light, because it's like a gizmo girl.
That's a really nice
really
idea.
nice.
As we were talking about Dancer Prancer Rudolph before, you could actually do a full reindeer with the two colours, couldn't
because
you?
you've got a reindeer colour body.
Yeah, exactly. And antlers, possibly.
Yes.
I don't know, and I know you were aware what antlers are. No need for that.
Yeah.
£6.95 today. I have
I
got...
may not have.
Pardon?
I may not have known.
No, well, do you know what? I think you've thrown me off with the whole tree arms comment.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm toning it down now. £6.95 for you today. And don't forget, under £40 kit. Can I just show you the kit? Can I? Just
It didn't even
brief.
fit on a small board, look.
No. I'm going to bring you this for under £40. Look at that. That is 1.7 metres. And look, triple cord ends. Loads of them. Look at them. Oh, under £40. That should be more than £40, in my humble opinion.
Is there about 3 strands in that, isn't there?
Yeah, because it's 38 centimetres average length, isn't it?
Yeah.
So 170 divided by 38 equals, grab your abacus, Tom. 4.47, nearly 4.5 strands.
That's amazing.
So actually, let's say we're having a clearance day, bargaination. So let's say we made one strand a tenner.
Yeah.
That already is nearly 50 quid's worth of pearls. I'm going to do the whole kit for under 40. Not even joking. Okay, that is coming up for you in a bit. Let me bring to you the more delicate antiques now. And again, if you want to make a larger robin, you want the thick one, smaller robin, for maybe like, so you might do the larger one as maybe table decorations, and you might do the smaller robin possibly for going on like crackers or what are they called? Those things you hold drinks in. Glass charms, for example, yeah, glass charm. Threw me off a bit, that. Threw me off a bit.
Is there a spare one that came loose?
Yes.
The red one. Can I borrow it?
Yeah. There you are.
Thank you.
No, thank you. So this was the 1 mil we've done previously. This is the 0.7 we are doing now. I'll get that out of the way to save confusion. We have got 20 pieces again here, 12 inches each. There's loads and loads and loads of you diving on in for this. These are a good size as well if you wanted to do flat robins for front of Christmas cards, etc. as well. You know the price, right? Yeah, £6.95. What are you doing, Fleur?
Well, I had half of it on and it's just fallen off.
Oh, it's always the way, isn't it?
I'm gonna, I don't know. I'm just gonna see. I am. If I can fall over it or drop it,
then you will.
Me.
Yeah, me too.
That's me. Joke on fresh air, you know me.
Oh yeah.
I'm quite good at that.
I check on my own spit quite often as well.
Do you?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's quite.
Just when my mouth gets a bit too much.
Yeah. It gets a bit too much.
Have a little nose. What are you doing?
No, I don't know. I'm just seeing what it looks like when it's twisted together.
It's quite interesting because you've got gold wire at the core of this, and I'd have expected you'd been able to see quite a lot of it through, but you really can't.
No, you can't. I think that's really, you know, just as a. And then you could sort of like twist that in. Do you know you said about the rose ring? You know, that you make on the mandrels,
yes.
So you just like chase it round, don't
one,
you?
And then another.
That's it, you just keep going round, don't you? You could do that as well, but no, it's really pliable as well. This is a 0.6 wire. And
have you noticed as well, this has been twisted and it's not like loads of reds flaking off on the desk or anything.
Nothing. The bit of gold that you can see now is where it's just pulled a little bit
where it's just
apart,
separated a bit.
I think that's quite a nice look as well.
Yeah. I like that.
I might take up this wire work business.
There you go. There you go. You're
There's
just somewhere.
Earring. I'll make another one.
Done. Yeah. You have to make them the same though.
Oh no, it's all about asymmetry now.
Odd earrings now,
innit?
Now. Let me bring to you the gold. This is proper, true buttery gold, isn't it?
It is.
Very, very expensive looking gold. Very, you know, sort of 24 karat gold look, isn't it? This has got to be great for pearls. What kind of coloured pearls would you suggest this go on to at the back or even in the front or even as spaces?
Paul's just said about the teal ones. They'd be great, but peacock pearls I think look beautiful with the gold as well.
I know this isn't quite a peacock pearl, but
yeah,
just give you the idea.
I think as well, it depends on the occasion that you're wearing it for sometimes. So some people are real yellow gold like lovers. This would be perfect with the first kit actually because I've got the gold findings in there, the gold clasps.
Yes.
And it just adds that little bit of elegance to the design and that finishing touch, which will then just highlights the fact that you've taken a lot of care over that piece rather than, you know, just a bare piece of beading thread.
Thread or whatever, yeah. This is the brilliant thing about this. And don't forget you can use it on the end of Swarovski things as well. Again, adds a little bit more oomph to your pieces. 20 pieces, it's your 1 mil, it's the pure gold, your price point is £6.95. And, you know, there's not stopping you doing like the robins in a golden version. Or, of course, we've seen lovely Claire do little Easter chicks with this as well, hasn't she?
What's the one on the song?
Partridge.
That's the one. What colour is a partridge?
Blue, I think, isn't it? A partridge.
Are they not gold?
I don't know, look at it.
You can do 5 gold rings.
5 gold, yes. There's some swans, golden swans.
And loads of leaping.
Golden geese, like off of Jack and Beanstalk.
Yeah.
Oh, a partridge. Why did I say blue? I know why. I'm thinking of a peacock. Got myself confused there for a tad. Yeah, no, they are. They're kind of goldeny. Partridges are a medium-sized, non-migratory bird with a wide distribution across the world. They are kind of, think of a female pheasant. It's those kind of colours. So yeah, why not snazz it up a bit? That's a lovely idea for Christmas. A male pheasant is the one that's the very bright colours. It's the blues and everything else, whereas the females are kind of the brown cream colours. Yeah. Because the males have to get the ladies' attention, don't they? You know? They've got to dress up a bit.
Get the glad rags on.
Get the glad rags on. Oh, and the way they do that blue eyeshadow, it's stunning.
Oh, no.
Let me show you all the colours together, just so you can envision what you might want to do with them.
Do you know, can you remember the beautiful Christmas decorations, the twirly-whirly ones? You could make, you know, that move if you got them near the fireplace, they twirl around.
I know what you mean. Like they have at garden centres sometimes.
Yes, those ones. You could make those with those colours as well. That'd be beautiful.
That's a nice idea. That's a really, really lovely idea. Yeah. I like the idea of these as well. You know, kind of, I'm just imagining putting this sort of around wire and almost doing 3D design. So I'm kind of thinking like, you know, the Deborah flower bouquet, for example, having this as the base that holds the flowers, you know, because it's got that texture. I just think it adds something extra, doesn't it, the texture? Yeah. Adds a little like extra element. And of course, you know, you can stitch this if you wanted to, you know, stitch over it if you wanted to.
Oh, shibori, wouldn't it be beautiful with your shibori?
In those ripples.
Yeah.
Adding a little sort of peepo of colour. Definitely agree with you there. They look absolutely beautiful. Really nice gold. And I just want to show you, this is from a findings pack from that amazing kit, under £40, shouldn't be. Not on your Nelly, but it's going to be. But yeah, I just thought I'd show you it next to our gold findings. Just because they do, you know, sit together beautifully. It's not like they're stood out completely and it's a different style of gold. Because gold does vary, doesn't it? It's like with anything.
Look, I made a, if you squint a bit,
no,
keep
that's
it a bit
actually
away.
really good. It's like an enchanted rose. I like that.
I wouldn't be able to make another one, but I've
So
made
that's
it.
a pendant, is it? It's not an earring.
This is going in a frame.
I love that. Let me bring you something totally different. Let's go big, bold, beautiful. These are dynamic. Should we look at them one at a time? Because I just think they're like pieces of art. Look at that. Faceted, beautiful segments. So the shape of the facets on these are a little bit different. They're a bit like, you know, at Christmas when you play Trivial Pursuit, and you have the pieces of pie or whatever. Some people call it cheese, some people call it pie, some people call it cake. But yeah, that's the shape that you're getting on here. So it's almost, if you imagine this to be the culée, you've got your girdle, which is the largest point, and then it's culée to culée point. So they're not flattened facets on here, which I think gives that a real nice smoothness to the side of these. Every single one of them, whoa, this one's got a bit of druzy in. Oh, I think you're going to like this one. Some of them look more scenic. The one I've just shown you previously, I think, has got sort of a boldness to it. This one, with that druzy.
That's like a landscape.
Exactly. It's almost scenic. You have got some here. Oh, this one's got druzy in as well. Well, I've never seen that before. Two next to each other. But yeah, you can see this one's very scenic as well. You can basically see this one's got druzy in. Does it say anything about druzy? That's very odd that I've got 3 back to back, which add 4 with druzy in. That one had a little bit. That one has. I can't guarantee you that you're going to get druzy in. It just so happens that I've got a little bit of druzy in every single one, bar one. Bringing to you story, artwork, beauty. Over 19.95. I've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 on my strand. You'll probably have the exact same amount. I can't guarantee that, but I can guarantee your carat weight. Every single one, totally unique. So nice for your reversible jewellery.
Really nice. I'm thinking as well for something in the window. You know, like a window hanging or something like that, because the light will go through some of those elements, won't they?
Lovely idea.
It'll be able to like a diffuse light rather than a bright light.
Yeah. And some of them do show the light more than others. Like that one's very translucent. Beautiful. Very pretty. I love that they're all so different. I really appreciate that they've all got their own individual personality. Yeah. You only need one to make it a feature point here. And just to let you know, that culée point is absolutely domed off. There is no spikiness to that whatsoever.
With the gold pearls, just one.
I mean, let's be totally honest. anything with the gold pearls.
Yeah, anything with the gold pearls. The gold pearls
Genuinely,
are just beautiful.
Let me just remind you of how sensational that is. Let's just enjoy the beauty of this on our screen. In fact, you know what? Now let's not. Let's enjoy getting it home, because after the break, I'm going to bring you this entire kit for under £40. This is going to make unique jewellery. It's back in a minute.
Jewellery Maker have an extensive range of DVDs for all abilities. Each of our mediums has an introductory DVD to help you get started. If you're already an experienced jewellery maker, we have a collection of projects and more advanced DVDs to take your designs to the next level. So visit our website for more information. Jewellery Maker, create, wear, share.
I'm Marie, I'm the gemologist here at Jewellery Maker and also the head of buying, and this is Caroline.
Hi, I'm Caroline. I'm the buyer of pearls and sterling silver at Jewellery Maker.
So the hand-selected pearl range came about when Simon and I went off to China, and I saw that there's a vast quality difference in the pearl market. So before we went to the Hong Kong show, we sent out an email to all of our key suppliers and asked for the very best deals they could possibly bring us. And then Caroline and I went to Hong Kong and met with those suppliers.
There are 4 key factors when you're reviewing pearls. There's the surface quality, the size, the shape and the lustre. So when myself and Marie were sitting with the suppliers, we would get the pearls onto the table and review all 4 key factors.
So we actually sat down, we went through every single pearl strand, we looked at those 4 key factors, didn't we?
Yeah.
On every single strand, checked every single pearl, which means that the proposition that we're bringing to you with the hand-selected range, I can personally guarantee is the best value for money in the marketplace.
Did you know no matter how many times you purchase with Jewellery Maker in the same day, you'll only be charged 1 fee of postage and packaging? Select our standard delivery for just $3.95, or if you'd like to receive your goods sooner, upgrade to our premium option for $5.95. Jewellery Maker. Create, wear, share.
At Jewellery Maker, we are always looking at ways to provide you with a fantastic shopping experience. With this in mind, we'd like to welcome you to our new pre-order option. Selected items throughout the day will be put on display and made available for pre-order. When the presenter informs you that the pre-order service is available on an item, this is your chance to pop it into your online basket or speak to one of our brilliant call centre team members and be one of the first to secure your purchase.
It's easy to stay in touch with Jewellery Maker. You can like our Facebook page and join a community of over 65,000 people. You can follow us on Twitter and tweet us your messages and opinions, send photos of your designs and enter our Wall of Fame competition. Or if you need any help or advice, you can email our friendly help team. Make sure to get involved and stay up to date with Jewellery Maker. Tune into Jewellery Maker every morning at 8 a.m. for our breakfast club. We'll be bringing you low prices, last chance to buy and end-of-line stock. Make sure you're watching because once the deals are gone, they're gone. Check out your Wall of Fame entries in this hour and be in with a chance to win £100 credit to your account. The Breakfast Club on Jewellery Maker.
This kit is unlike any other kit I have ever seen. This is a kit created by the wonderful creative beside me. And boy, can you tell. You have picked out here everything that not only do you need, but also everything you would want.
Yeah.
Everything you could hope and wish upon a star for.
Yeah.
This is an executive kit. It is an exclusive kit. And I know what you're thinking. I want those pearls by themselves. I've not got them. What you have got here is what you have. So I've got I've got your bead and thread, your elastic, your monofilament, all very useful. Findings pack, essential. And then it's where it delves into the delightful. We have got for you here the upper echelons of excellence. Not only when it comes to micro-faceted strands, which, Fleur, when you started, they were around about the £19 mark, weren't they?
Very expensive.
We're also adding into this the multi-strand connectors, which have helped you create designs such as this, and also that necklace that's beside you. And then the strand, which, in all honesty, if at Gem Fair I saw this strand for £45, £50, I would not bat an eyelid, because it is not golden in the sense of yellowy golden colour. This is almost like Midas touch, gold-plated, genuine pearls. It is not just a colour, it's not just a body hue, it's not just an additive. This is lustre. This is expense. That is pure gold on kind of a pure organic. That's what it looks like, doesn't it? It looks like we've dipped these in genuine gold. It is an incredible triumph. Fleur, you can tell that you've made this with heart, not only for a pearl lover and a gemstone lover, as you are and have been for a long time, but also as a lover, as a creative.
Yeah, I had a real idea of what I wanted. I wanted for anybody like just flicking through the channel to think, I'd love to make something like that, but if it's too complicated, I'm not going to bother.
Yeah,
I want to be able to get something home that just with a toolkit and the Get Started DVD that I can create something like this. And it is incredibly simple beading. That's all it is. It's just threading them on and just making sure that each layer is slightly longer than the next one with the necklace and with the bracelet, just measuring it out properly. So I wanted a threading pack in there. I wanted to be able to have that beading thread within there. And I wanted to have all those findings and the ability to make a 3-strand necklace if I wanted to. And to make it accessible for everybody, that with that Get Started DVD and a toolkit, you would be able to make that.
It is a luxury, it is en vogue, it is a chicness, and this really is going to be one of the most revered kits of the year, I believe. I've got slightly bad news for you. I have got just shy of 50 of these available. That is it. Now, the fact is, we've got good quantity of you know, as if we talk about the amount of pearls we've got on this strand. And so as we worked out earlier on, you'd be able to get about 4.5 strands out of this. But we thought, for this design, for this look, let's go mega, let's go luxury, which is why overall quantity is just shy of 50. Could I give you a bit of advice if you're a phone caller like me? Because I do it on the phone, I'm a bit old school. Can you start dialing now? Because I want you all to be able to get one, but I'm sorry to say, it's just not going to happen. Picking up the phone and dialing. Good, because we're about to launch this. 3, 2, 1. Graphics are now live. Grab it, seize the moment. I have got beautiful look of luxury here for you. Let me just show you everything, all of these wonderful elements that you are getting. There is an absolute influx. There is an absolute influx of you.
There is nothing else coming like this as well this year.
This is
nothing
it.
else. I've spoke to Caroline, and she said, "Oh,
10% stock
she said,
gone.
oh, they're absolutely beautiful. They're really nice. They're like something really different." And I was like, "Can we get more?" She's like, "No."
20% stock gone. Nothing like this then coming.
Nothing's
That's
coming.
it.
No, nothing's. And especially not with this length as well. 1.7 meters is. That's a real, like, because I said, "Oh, can I have 2 strands?" She said, "Do you realise how long that strand is?" I was like, "No," because I've just seen it on the picture.
Picture of it, yeah.
And she was like, "No, it's 1.7 meters." I was like, That'll
do. Thanks, Caroline.
Cheers.
See ya. Take it and run. 25% of the stock has now gone. We are bringing to you the Midas collection with everything you see on screen, including those luxurious golden pearls, the spinel, all of those multi-clasp findings. It's just £34.95. This is why you shop at Jewellery Maker. This is why you tune in live, because we bring to you absolute on-the-pulse kits. I have literally got 10% of my stock left now. 10% of my stock, that is it. If we could have bought 100 of these, we would have. It's purely because of the amount of these and how unusual these are. It's taken us time to get that 50 in anyway. You are going to be getting all of these gorgeous connectors.
I've only used 2 of those connectors. I've not used any monofilament or any elastic.
No.
So I've got 3 connectors left. I've got the toggle clasps left,
Yeah.
the chain left, and a set of shepherd hooks and 2 head pins and the jump rings left as well.
Amazing.
So I've got, let's say, 7-8 pounds of material left.
It's amazing, that, isn't
And you
it?
think of what, 2 bracelets, a full-on necklace.
That's
I
a
think we could-
statement,
yeah,
isn't
it's
it?
a
Let's
full-on
be
necklace.
honest. That
And
could be 3 necklaces.
Yeah, it could be. And I have used those, some black spinel that are coming up in a minute, but you wouldn't have to put them in if you didn't want to.
No.
You've got enough pearls in there, because I did have some pearls left over. So if you didn't want to put those in, you could just take them out and just have, I've done, I think it's 5 pearls on the first strand, 6 pearls on the second, 7 pearls on the third strand,
you.
just so it sort of like elongates it out. And then just a black spinel in between.
Got you.
Because those black spinel, they really do pack a punch.
They sparkle and
They
shine,
do.
don't they? I've literally got 2 left now, literally 2 of this kit. People with it in the baskets. Greater Manchester, Bridgend, Malaga, Kent, West Midlands, East Lothian, Wiltshire, Kent, Surrey, Yorkshire, Channel Islands, Essex, Angus, Channel Islands again. A brand new bidder as well is in on this one. No surprise there to me. It is stunning. Greater Manchester, you've just added one as well. I've literally got 2 left at this moment in time. I'm showing you this because it's coming up next for you. This is what Fleur was just talking about then in the kit. But for now, it is all of that splendour, all of that wonder. It has sold. It's gone.
Well done. That's a great kit.
Huge well done to every single one of you. There is one more strand that you wanted to add into this collection.
Yeah, I just wanted something that's luxurious.
Something to really grab your eye, because all of the rest of it's quite delicate and dainty, isn't it?
Yeah.
So why did you opt for this strand?
Because it's something that's quite unusual. So the pearls are like pearl nuggets, so they've got irregular shapes within them, although they're elongated. I wanted something that was like quite, I don't know, dynamic and really in your face, if you like.
Yeah.
And at the minute, unfaceted gemstones or sort of like raw gemstones are really in fashion.
So
and
true.
that's what these reminded me of, because they're step cut, but they've been cut for the spark, the shine and the sparkle, rather than a definite
Formatted.
Yeah.
You've got that beautiful look and sparkle here, and the great thing is Fleur requested this one, so we've put it in the kit slot of our schedule. We also thought we'd add a little extra to it. Yep. Graduated smooth buttons of your spinel. Now these are something to shout about, right? They have got lovely movement to them, very, very sleek, beautiful graduation, and a total, opposite almost to the strands that we have here as well. So we are bringing to you 2 strands, and we're bringing it to you today at a bit of a kit deal, essentially. £27.95. Forget about it. because we are about to bring to you kit style deal. £19.95. That's a big carat weight for what you're getting.
When I saw that strand, again on a picture, and I saw the price of it, I was like, oh, I'm pushing my luck a little bit, asking for that as an added extra.
Got you, yeah,
and then they go and put in the beautiful rondelles as well.
With it.
For that price. I've not used those rondelles, but they are gorgeous. They're so glossy.
Yeah, they really are.
Really, really beautiful. Really gorgeous.
And I mean, something like, you know, this, genuinely, for that overall carat weight you're bringing in this one, because there's so many gemstones on there, you would quite gladly make your money back just using a few of these.
I was going to say, that pair of earrings there,
yeah,
they'd have to be like £15.
Yeah.
You know? They're gold-plated copper, but, you know, they're just 2 gemstones, 2 of your, you know, head pins, 2 of your shepherd hooks.
Yeah.
I think £15. You know, if you were going to go out for that night out and you've got that sparkly dress on and you want something a little bit wow factor, I think they'd do the job.
If you went into a clothing shop where they have the turned things at the end, try and get them in like a plastic version for a tenner.
That's it.
You're going to be laughed outside the shop. You genuinely are.
Yeah.
That is an incredible deal for 2 full strands worth. 2 full strands worth today. Like I said, the other day I was in it was an outfit store, which basically outfit has like Topshop and Miss Selfridge and Topman and stuff like that in it. And they had a set of base metal earrings that had 1 chip, and it was a chip. You know, we do the chips and nugget strands and we do the big double strands with the little chips on. It was a chip of amethyst, and it was base metal and a chip of amethyst, and it had like a tassel on it, and they were selling them for £12 for the pair.
Really?
Yeah. It was base metal with 1 chip in each.
If I'd have picked up a nice outfit, maybe with like a purple jumper, and I saw those at the end, if I didn't know anything about jewellery making, I'd be like, oh, they'll go nicely, £12, brilliant.
Don't mind if I do.
Thank you very much.
Give us a few.
Yeah.
Thanks very much.
Yeah. We've all done it. We all get to the end and like go, I could make it, but I think I'm going to buy them.
Yeah, absolutely.
But, you know, you can make, I mean, these pieces of spinel, I dread to think how many carat weights are in there. You would never get anything like that in a high street jeweller's, would you?
Not on your Nelly. Now we are going to be talking through one of the pieces in a moment, but before that we're going to bring to you a little cheeky something.
Oh, you've been hiding this.
Yeah. Yeah.
That would go beautifully with the gold pearls, actually. Green and gold.
What about?
Very sumptuous.
Yeah. Good word. And also, I mean, it's a given, isn't it? It's a given. Come here. Come here, you. Now, we are going to be talking through one of these designs in a moment. Silks in your number 4, which is your 0.6, is going to go great, remember, with the French wire I did earlier on, which is a 0.7. This is going to go through there, no problem at all, and protect that silk. And also, it's quite a nice festive colour, that, isn't it? £4.45. Do you know what? I'm always baffled by the price of our silk, because I have bought this exact brand, and I brought it in a baby blue. I wanted specifically a baby blue colour, and I bought it from a very, very highly regarded retailer that is known for being a bit of a bargain. And it was £6.99 for one. So to be able to get 3 of them for £4.45 is incredible. And for the likes of our crafting, this is a brilliant size to work with for your bigger and bolder, isn't it?
Yes, it is. So you can use your knotting awl or your tweezers with the number 4 card, but it's not going to create a really, really big knot like the number 6 card does. So it's going to still create a nice sort of like, still see the colour without it being too overpowering for a smaller pearl. The number 4 on there denotes the smallest size pearl that technically you should be able to use with this.
To put on it, yeah.
But, you know, some pearl farms all pearl farms drill differently, so it could be that there are a larger drill hole in there. But to be able to have all these different sizes of silks really does help, you know, when you're restringing pearls or knotting pearls for yourself. I mean, and the colours, I mean, these 2 colours, they're jewel colours, aren't they? Really beautiful with white pearls or any pearl, really, you know, because we don't tend to get pearls that are that deep purple, but you could put that with a peacock pearl, or the green with, you know, like I say, green with a gold to keep it really opulent.
Can I just ask you as well? I just want to show you this actually whilst we're talking about it. You know,
Wow.
8:45, but that takes on greens and purples, doesn't it? We are going to be chatting through one of the designs actually. And which design did you opt for in the end? Because I know you had a few. We will be doing don't forget, the demo on designs such as this. Featuring featherweight head pins coming up for you. Nice going round. Right. But yeah, there you go. We will be teaching you how to create something like this. And yeah, we're going to be getting the tools out.
Yes.
Which is getting you geared up for your Tools of the Trade weekend, of course. But for now, let's chat through our design, shall we?
So it's doing this multi-strand necklace that I want to talk through. So when you've got clasps that allow you to do more than one sort of like connection, it really opens up a wealth of designs that you can go for.
Yeah.
It's very difficult to create a design like this without something like a necklace board. So if you're brand new to jewellery making, you can sort of like measure out your beading thread and then put it together. But with the beading board itself, you can see that we've got all these different grooves here that you can use to create. Now if I just take this necklace off of here and just open it up, what you'll see is we've got each layer is a different length, so that when it hangs with quite a difference within each one. And the way that I've done that is I've just literally put one more pearl in between each of these sections than the next one, okay? Now, if you wanted to make sure that you had this at a nice length, the best way to do that is to make the first one on the bead board. So if we look at the first one,
So the shortest one.
the shortest one, yeah. So we've got 16 inches on our bead board, so it goes to 8 either side, so that's 16 inches there, which is a fabulous length for a pearl necklace anyway. 16 to 18 inches is your princess length. And then to be able to just elongate that out into the next one, we know then now that the next one, with just a few more pearls, we're going up to 22, so we've got quite a nice big gap in between. Now you can keep these closer together in the lengths, but what the difficulty with making that is when it's worn, sometimes it can get attached over the top of each other, so it doesn't sit very nice. So when you're looking at something like this, we need to make sure that we're creating something from the middle outwards and that it sits in its individual pieces.
Okay.
So what I've done, rather than starting at one end and going all the way around to the other, what I've done is I cut my beading thread. So with this one, I cut about 20 inches of beading thread for the first one. I started in the middle with my black spinel, and then I bead away from that, so that I know that I've got equal lengths either side. Okay, so that's my first starter point. I then know if I add one more pearl into each one of these sections, I'm going to get a vast difference. So I've added an extra pearl. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's 12 sections. So in actual fact, I've got 12 pearls. So when you count out 12 pearls, you can see that it's a definite length bigger.
Got ya, yeah.
And then again, another 12 pearls bigger for this one. Once you've got all those, you can then start to attach it together. Now, the easiest way to use these clasps is you can see on the clasp that they've got these beautiful cubic zirconias on either side.
So pretty.
Now, what is quite difficult is making sure that you get the correct side on either one. So the best way to do that is to connect the clasp together so it's facing the same way, and then start to connect, and just connect the first one to start with, and then the second one, and then the third one. Don't try and do all three on one side and then all three on the other, because that law is that you're going to cross them over. The middle one will go to the outside edge rather than staying into the middle. And then once you've got this, you don't need anything like this, like a bust or anything to sort of like set it on. Bracelet board is perfect, or just a flat table. And then once you, the testing factor is when you wear it, when it's sort of like worn upon you, how it will sit. And hopefully all three of these will sit directly in the middle. But if you do it like I've just said, start in the middle and work outwards, you know then that each one will sit perfectly, because obviously the pearls they're not like seed beads, they're not perfect sizes every single time. So one pearl might be 0.1 of a millimetre longer than the other, or 0.2 millimetres shorter. But by doing it from the centre outwards, you are going to get that perfect symmetry. And when it's hung up, if I just try and pop it back up on here, you can see
sits perfectly, doesn't it?
Sit perfectly And this is just onto your beading thread as well. So it's not on any, you know, silks or anything like that.
No.
It literally is just straight onto your beading thread.
Which you got in the kit, remember?
And then it's, you know, and you've used very, very little of it. I can't remember how much beading thread you get on there, but you can be using beading thread for quite a while before you get to the end of it. And then once you've got your main design, and this is how I work with a kit, I do my main design first, and then I see what I've got left, because I want this to be the star of the show. And then obviously if you've got a necklace that's like this, you don't need an all singing, all dancing bracelet. You can have nice, delicate bracelets. So you've got two choices. You've got the one that Becky's wearing, or the one that...
Oh, very simplistic one there,
Very simplistic one there.
I think they are just fabulous makes. Thank you so much for chatting us through that.
Okay.
Next demonstration is going to get a whole heap hotter. We are going to be doing it in the next hour as well. I want to make that quite clear. Normally we'll be doing a demo in the 9 o'clock, but not this evening. We're going to be doing it in the next hour because Fleur's got a long old journey home tonight. So we're going to be bringing to you how to work silver in a way you may well not have thought of doing before. So that's coming up for you in a little bit. Well done everybody on those silks. Those pearls, don't forget. 8:45. Today's must-have, don't forget our kit. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Let me bring to you some peacock pearls as we have been discussing these.
Oh, see that with the green silk and the other purple silk, just be beautiful. That's gorgeous, isn't it? What a lovely combination.
Let's try it with the purple.
Yeah, again, brings out the colour of the pearls, doesn't it? Whichever one you put next to them, you see more greens with the green, you see more purples with those purple.
It really is true, you do. And the thing is, the reason it is so true is because of the pearl essence, so it takes on colour that's around it. We are bringing to you your beautiful peacock pearls. Sometimes peacock pearls, they are a little bit deeper, darker than these. These have got a nice sort of freshness, almost like a frozen.
Yeah.
It isn't frozen out tonight. Isn't it? Frozen 2. I think it's launched tonight, could be wrong. I haven't been to see it, obviously. But yeah, it's almost like a frozen blue-purple, isn't it?
This is my preferred look of a peacock pearl, the lighter body tone. I think it's very feminine.
I agree with you.
It can be easily worn by a lot more people, I think, than the deeper, darker ones.
These, interestingly, are the rice pearl shape as well. So you can see that they're sort of drilled at the longest point. So they give you a sort of tapering-esque design. All of them, of course, with their own personalities as well.
What would they look like with the gold pearls? I know they've sold out, so you probably shouldn't tease people.
But I'm gonna.
They'd be really nice with those gold pearls.
$8.95. Usually. But tonight it's not usual night. It's Fleur Friday, and we're bringing to you from the Fleury Godmother £5.95 only. Let's just cast our mind back to the very, very start of Pearl and the Pearl journey. These are an expensive organic. I know that price on screen doesn't connect with what I've just said, but they truly are, aren't they?
They are. They really are. They are probably the earliest gemstone known to man because they were found and they were then adorned. They've held their spot in sort of like regality through centuries.
Yeah.
They've been revered from Egyptians all the way up to now. You know, even the Queen wears pearls every day, doesn't she? You know, so we have got this love affair with pearls, and I think they're the one thing. I think pearls and diamonds are the one thing that every little girl wants to own. You know, everything else is nice. Gemstones are beautiful, but pearls and diamonds, I think, if you asked every little girl at junior school, you know, what they know about pearls, and they all know that these are just gorgeous things to wear and to own, and heirloom pieces. You see them all the time on those kind of shows.
I just think historic, beauty, quality, luxury, and yet we do them for $5.95. And it is purely because, as you've seen in our VTs, the likes of our buying team and Marie included go out and try and get us sensational deals. And we do not mark these up by, you know, epic proportions. We mark them up enough so that we can keep the lights on and we can pay our staff. But literally, we do not, you know, mark them up massively, dramatically at all. We give you bargainacious deals. Well done, everyone, on that. Let's go. Vintage silver. Interesting. That is very delicate.
nice.
Do you know how to describe it? Jasmine white.
Yes, like that. Can you remember when Dulux brought out the hint of?
Yeah.
Hint of lavender, hint
Yeah.
of... Yeah.
I say jasmine white because this morning I was buying Dulux because me showers broken and it flooded. I had to have a pipe redone. It flooded through my ceiling. I've had to have a whole new ceiling. I had to have a plastering. Anyway, my painter's rocked up today, and yeah, I bought a ceiling paint. Could I find matte white? Nope. Not without a sheen, so I had to go for lavender white. It looked white to me.
I like jasmine white.
Jasmine white, sorry, that's what I went for. It was jasmine white, yeah.
So has that got like a hint of...
Well, the picture just looked white to me. I haven't seen him. I've left before he's finished.
You go back to a new house.
Yeah, I'm going to walk in and be like, hey, up, where's this? We have got for you that sort of jasmine white. Yeah, very hint of range, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think it's got a subtlety to it. And if I just show it you next to a bright white, I think you'll be able to see the difference more.
Oh, yes,
See?
definitely.
The big difference there, isn't there? There really is. We have got that lovely hint of colour, which for those of you who maybe, want something a little bit more subtle, want something a little bit more subdued, those of you who like the more floral colours but don't, again, want them to be too in your face, for example, go great with the ones from the second kit, actually, just thinking, because we've got pretty much all the colours on here that we'd want apart from the slightly lavender ones, so that works quite nicely. Bringing to you vintage light silver. Final 13 now.
Wow.
£5.95 for you again. And that is a colour that goes wonderfully well, again with the gold. I'm sorry to rub salt in the wound if you did miss out on that. But let us just remember that these are genuine cultured pearls. Always do your research, always look at what you're getting online in particular, I would say, because sometimes it can be a little bit misleading. Or with anything, I'm not just saying pearls, with anything when you're buying online. Sometimes they can have a name in the title and then it's not until you read really hard into the descriptive sort of description of the pieces, the small print, if you will, that you work out exactly what you're purchasing sometimes. These are genuine freshwater pearls. That means, yes, they do come from an aqueous environment. They're not grown in a lab or, whatever. Well done. Okay, I'm moving and I'm bringing to the one I've just shown you, the pure white. And these ones
Gorgeous.
This is kind of Mickey Moto kind of look, isn't it, if we're honest? What does that name mean to you? And when you think of Mickey Moto, what do you think of? Do you know what I mean?
So Mickey Moto is like the godfather of cultured pearls. So there was two other it was a carpenter and I believe a scientist who first started with culturing pearls, but Mickey Moto obviously took all that information and more of himself, and he was the first one to start culturing round pearls rather than Mabe pearls. So yeah, he is like the godfather of cultured pearls.
If you want to own a cultured pearl, you're gonna know that name, aren't you?
Yeah.
You want to know that name. I think when I think of that brand, for me, I know they do ranges of different ones, etc. But I do think of this kind of colour, and I'll be honest, I do think of this kind of shape and of surface, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
They're not dimpled, they're not pimpled, they've not got rivets, they've not got the circular spirals around them. They're smooth.
Yeah, the skin, they are blemish free, and like we've been discussing all day about the AAA quality and the AA quality, and what that means and what percentage of the yield of the harvest is with those kind of characteristics. And if you look at, I know you've got it there, if you look at the AA plus and the AAA, you've got 1 to 3% or 1 to 10% of the harvest that has to have at least 90% blemish-free skin, has to have a mirror-like lustre, and it has to have this regularity in shape and size and consistency within the orient as well.
And it is absolute consistency, and it really truly is. I just think it's beautiful. It's £14.95. That is easily a necklace worth once you've added a clasp on the back, maybe a knot in between to just keep them nicely protected. At £14.95, what you're actually gifting if you did pop a knot in between, this is something that looks £200-400 worth.
Oh gosh, yeah. And because Marie and Caroline have hand selected these ones, they've meticulously gone through each strand and said that one's not good enough. this one is, but they've hand selected them. But before that, they were hand selected by the pearl experts in the farm that have put like for like on the same strand. So they've been hand selected twice, if you like.
Yeah, and that is an extra step that you don't have to go to at all, and you would expect it to not even just double, triple the price. Actually, you'd expect a serious markup with that workmanship.
Yeah, definitely, because that's a lot of I mean, Marie came on in the deal of the day, didn't she? Tell me she was saying that out of 5 days, 3 of those days at the Hong Kong fair were pearl buying.
Yeah.
So 3 out of the 5 days, were looking for these pearls. You know, and they bought all the hand selected ones for today, for the deal of the day, and for my kits as well.
It's a lot of work, a lot of time, a lot of love and care that has gone into this. And let us remember as well, you know, Marie knows what she's talking about. Marie has been trained to look for imperfections. And the great thing about Marie, for any of you who don't know Marie, she is our head buyer here, and she has worked for some very, very big, well-known brands. She has worked at different locations around the world. And the wonderful thing is that she's worked, you know, in for example, Hatton Gardens, and she has these incredible stories, and she really does. She'll tell you stories about how she was creating a piece of jewellery for royalty, and the piece of jewellery, she had to get perfect canary diamonds, and she had to go to like 2 or 3 different countries over the world to select the right perfect diamonds for this. And you know, it's incredible the stories that she tells, all about how, like, you know, you carry an X amount of money's worth around with you. It's just incredible. You know, she knows what she's talking about, and I think when you're looking at these, you can see that time and effort and care and knowledge.
Yeah, and I think that's what's really helped with this hand selection, but she's such a stickler for perfection.
Yeah, yes.
She was never going to get pearls that weren't perfect.
No chance.
In the price bracket which is affordable for us as well.
Totally, yeah. Ready? We're going to do a bargain now. This is a serious amount of your seriously fine but seriously strong thread. We are talking about your gold Ceylon thread right here. We can use this on pearls.
We can, and we had the collapsible eye needles, the brand new ones from Beadsmith today.
Yes.
To be able to knot with this as well.
Great, perfect
But
for
I
it.
use this in my wrap bracelets.
Okay, so tell us how you've done that with that.
So they're like channel set, and you can, I don't know if you can see on the edge, there's some green thread in this case. So all I do is just like weave them in and out, but you can see all that thread there. That's this Ceylon.
I see,
that I've
perfect.
used, and just with a needle and then just going backwards and forwards and backwards and forwards, so you've got like a full wrap bracelet.
It's just beautiful, that, isn't it? And with the gold, that's going to really offset your golden pearls, for example. 79p for 75 metres worth of this today. That is about as many as you want. I've got 200 in stock, so feel free to treat yourself. Remember, you can thread this through French wire, for example, and I've seen that done before, and it gives it a, you know, a very fluid look. You can.
Do you know what you could
go
do
ahead.
with that?
Yeah, go on.
You could crochet your gold pearls.
When's the last time you had a crochet sesh?
Ages ago, actually.
Yeah, we need to get back on
I did think about
it.
crocheting with these, but I didn't want to crochet with the beading thread.
Yeah.
If I'd have had this,
Then you'd have been crocheting.
yeah, I could have crocheted and had like a big net of gold pearls.
Oh my days.
That'd be
amazing.
Really good, wouldn't it? That would look really good.
Crocheting just whilst, you know, sitting back, watching EastEnders.
Yeah.
You know.
Just doing chains.
Just chains of relaxing
That's
crochet.
it.
Just adding a pearl on.
I'm going to get my mum a crochet kit for Christmas.
Great
From the
gift
alpaca
idea.
place.
Oh, yeah, great idea.
Yeah.
Oh, that's lovely. 79 pence. Hello. Loads of you in. Orkney's in with us, the Orkney Isles. Cheshire's in. Yorkshire, Hampshire, Moray is in. Hip, hip. Moray! That's what it always makes me think of. Yorkshire, Devon. I've got 2 Devons. I've got Charlotte and Rosie. Do you know each other? No? You right there, Paul Poppet? Yeah, good. I didn't realise that you'd swapped over. How long ago did that happen? 35 minutes ago. I've been so engrossed in your makes and discussing things. Where to, Poppet Chops? Ooh. A faceted saucer.
Are they Spinel.
Banal. I mean, I know it's not quite the same, but if you didn't get the kit,
Yeah, you could definitely use those.
you know,
Yeah.
a little added extra.
I think I'm going to be suggesting that Caroline and Marie go back to where they got those gold pearls from and buy in hundreds and hundreds of strands. of them.
Probably, yeah. Hopefully. 60 carats worth of your black spinel I've got for you here, and I have to say it is divine. I love the angular look that you've got on these. It is striking, isn't
Yeah.
it?
Do you think they're quite? They could be quite gents jewellery as well, couldn't they? Really nice
Totally
gents
agree.
jewellery.
Totally agree with you. It looks quite angular, but it's not spiky against the
No.
skin at all, because we've got that wonderful smoothness to it that we faceted these. They're so sparkly.
Remember we said about the bracelet from the high street, the Thomas Sabo?
Yes,
you
with
could
the-
do. Yeah, you could do something very similar like that, couldn't you?
Great
Just
idea.
with some of your black elastic that we had in the mid show, strand them on and just put one of your beads in the middle.
Yeah, they're just perfect, aren't they? Now that is a lot of workmanship. It's totally natural, £29.95 usually. But is it, you know, we want you to be able to treat yourself tonight. We want you to maybe be able to, you know, work some magic. £17.95 only today. It's 60 full carats worth for you. We're going to be getting melty in the next hour because normally we will do a demo at 9, but we're doing it in about half hour. So just to let you know, if you're tuning in and you're thinking, oh, I fancy doing that, then there you go. 60 carats worth of your black spinel tonight. I think that's such a beautiful strand. It's a really unusual shape for us to see too, isn't it?
It is.
And everybody appreciates black spinel.
It was my favourite black gemstone. I'd take a black spinel over a black diamond any day.
What about jet?
Oh,
I've put you somewhere there, haven't I? I've put you somewhere.
For a sparkly black gemstone.
Oh, I mean, you're bending the rules there a bit, but
yeah.
all right. Okay, well done all who got that. Let's dive into some more pearls and let me bring to you
Oh, they're gorgeous.
their true peach.
They are beautiful.
Perfectly peachy. 6x7.
What a gorgeous shape as well. I love the rice pearl shape. It's really elongates, you know, just for an earring or even just as a necklace like that. Maybe with something just in the centre. A different pearl or a spinel or something like that.
Beautiful. I've only got 16, I think I've just been told. Peach freshwater pearls, 16 only, 15 now, because someone's already in and checked it out pretty pronto. That colour is natural, and as we know, these colours are not found regularly as a natural treasure at all. We are bringing to you the glamour and the beauty that is a natural pearl. To get that natural colour is not always a given, and it has to be right place, right time, right mollusk.
Yeah, yeah.
We are bringing to you your 6x7 today, and we're bringing it to you with an impeccable price point attached, $9.95. Or is it?
They're big pearls though.
And a natural colour. A natural coloured pearl as well. We're clearing them out. That's what
Crazy,
Tom's saying.
isn't it?
That is an insatiable deal.
is.
We have to make sure that we're multi-purchasing on this one because that is sublime. What does a natural coloured pearl give you as a pearl lover, but also a creative, a jewellery maker?
It gives you so many more different colours of overtone colours as well. So a natural pearl takes on different colours, like we were saying before. Sometimes if they've been bleached or dyed, then it can take away the secondary colours of a natural pearl. But when they're natural like this, I can see some golds and some pinks and some greens coming through this strand as well, which, you know, it just adds to the gravitas of that piece of jewellery.
Completely. It does add that luxury, it does add that impressive beauty, and it's a continuous look, isn't it, if that makes sense?
Yeah. I mean, to colour, I mean, we were talking about this in the morning show, and I know that they're not like for like, but a South Sea pearl, to colour match a strand of South Sea pearls takes up to 10 years just to colour match them, not size match them or orient match them, just the colour. So obviously freshwater cultured pearls, I've got a bigger harvest because you know some of these molluscs can hold like 40
individual
pearls in each one of them. But to get the same consistency of colour is very difficult, you know, because to the eye there, they are absolutely
bob on.
Bob on, yeah. As
Just
we say up
beautiful.
north.
Aye, bob on. Right, where to? Ooh, how's about? We thought those were large.
Wow.
8 by 7 on these ones now. And this is a 40 centimetre strand. When you think of pure white pearls, is that the traditional look for you?
Yes, I think if you said, you know, about white pearls, then you obviously the first thing you think about is like weddings and christenings and that kind of, you know, more formal occasions, I suppose, with your white pearls. So yeah, that's the first thing that comes to mind. But they don't have to be. If you put them with different coloured silks, like the purple silks, you know, it brings it up to like a modern day classic, if you like, which can be worn all the time. So I know a lot of people like shy away from white pearls, but if you put them with a different coloured silk, you know, or put the clasp at the front, something like that, just make it a little bit more contemporary, then they don't have to have that wedding tag on them all the time.
Yeah, completely agree with you there. So it makes it more of a special occasion every day almost wear. And let's remember, you know, pearls love to be worn. If you remember a couple of years ago, there was the documentary and the Queen was talking about her jewellery. And she was talking about, you know, sort of hiding the jewellery in the biscuit tin and all of this, that and the other. And she was also talking about the crown itself, and she spoke about the pearls in it and how the pearls were her ancestors, Queen Elizabeth I's earrings, and they were taken out and created in that. And she was saying that they essentially were looking a little bit drab and dowdy now because, as she put it, pearls love to be worn and pearls deserve to be worn. And it's absolutely true. The more you wear a pearl, your natural kind of body oils connect very, very well with the pearls, because remember, the pearls are organic, just like we are, you know? Yeah. We have got wearable, beautiful, bold pearls here for you. We have got 8 by 7. They're just £19.95 today. And that, I think, would go beautifully. If you want to add a little pop of something, did that earlier on for you.
What about the sauces that we've just done of the black spinel?
Spinel sauces. Oh, Tom's put his arrows on.
Wow.
Let me just remind you. Let me just move me out. Let me just remind you. I'm going to have this touching at the back. There it is. Touching. That's a necklace of pearls. That is a necklace worth of pearls. And I've got a bit of funny neckline on it today, but that is a necklace worth of pearls that I'm bringing to you here. And
with 1 card of silk, a clasp, and a little bit of your French wire, you can turn that into a necklace that can be worth £70, £80 upwards, depending on the clasp that you're going to put with it as well. And your raw ingredients are £14.95.
And when you look at the quality of the surface on them as well, it's beautiful. Really
pretty,
it is.
Really pretty strand.
£14.95 for you today. It's a discount deal, and remember that only lasts until 8 o'clock in the morning. So well worth grabbing your hands on it. Nice size for jump rings too. Little Mobius in between maybe. Just an idea.
It's like a mushroom colour, this one, isn't it? Fawn.
Oh, that's a lovely description.
Better than mushroom. Should we go fawn instead of mushroom?
Yeah. I feel like if you have too much mushroom, it's just over the top, isn't it? You don't have mushroom for anything else.
Yeah.
Oh, you're welcome. I am bringing to you this beautiful silk, and this time it's your 0.70 thickness. So, just as a reminder, this comes with needle attached, if you can see that there. So that's all there. It's all ready and raring to go. Why does that make your life easier? Please, the lovely Fleur.
Because you haven't got double the amount of silk to go through the pearls. So it's just ready to go. You take it off the card and you can just start knotting straight away.
And that means that you're saving yourself time, effort, energy. These ones are your, as I've said, 0.7. So this section here, which is finer, is the actual needle itself. It's all completely attached. Do you do a little bit of priming of your silk, if you don't mind me asking?
A little bit of stretching.
Yeah.
If you're at home, then you can pop it on the ironing board with a damp tea towel over the top and a cool iron, and just iron the creases out of it. But yeah,
And we're talking cool, aren't
very,
we?
very cool, yeah. And that damp tea towel will just keep that silk from sticking.
Protected, yeah. We're bringing it to you, the full necklace, which, well, the full length, sorry, which is 6.5 feet, mind. So, you know, taller than me.
Yeah.
£1.75. How many pieces of jewellery could I make with this?
You would need double
amount?
the amount of silk for the amount of pearls that you've got, for the length that you would need. So an 18-inch necklace, you need 36 inches of silk. So probably 2 necklaces, or a necklace and a couple of bracelets.
Perfect. It's going to make plenty then for £1.75. And let's remember, this is genuine silk. And this, therefore, again, is an organic in an instance. So that means that you've got that incredible organic beauty of the pearl paired with the natural silk organic as well. So it's a wonderful pairing, and it's a very traditional pairing. Remember, when we talk about pearl knotting, you know, like Fleur is wearing currently, it's talking about putting a knot in between every pearl, and that's so traditional. And one reason is because it helps with the drape. It makes it sit beautifully. Another is because pearls are expensive. If that necklace were to break, say it was to, you know, a young person was to grab it. I've been at work today, can you tell? Say a young person was to go and grab it and something happened and it split, you would lose one pearl. Likelihood, you'd only lose the one because the rest are knotted. So it's not only about the drape, it's about the protection of hopefully only losing one pearl at max. It's also about protecting them from each other, because, you know, pearls, if they're constantly moving and rubbing up against one another, they may well damage over time. But this is, it's adding that extra protection. All of that for just £1.75.
And it's the same colour as the beautiful French wire that we've had. The bronze French wire.
So not wrong. Because remember, we were talking about Claire's robins earlier on. Basically, Claire MacDonald used this colour and this colour to create wonderful French wire robins earlier on. We showed you the picture. So do feel free to look back on that if you wish. Well done. Oh, let's have a nosy-noseroo. Oh, the posts. Well, these are beautiful. Claire actually launched, again only a few days ago, a little pendant that looked very similar to this, with the little Swarovski in the top corner, isn't she? Very similar. This would be really nice as matching earrings. We've been talking a lot of personalisation of late, as it is in the run-up to Christmas, and personalisation is one of the biggest money-making elements within the crafting and Christmas world, really. It literally makes billions a year across the world. These are so substantial and they are phenomenal because they are, of course, an earring, as you can see. This is your base that goes through the piercing. Your butterfly back goes onto the top of that. The butterfly back does say 925 on it. And this section here is what will sit in your lobe. You can then add to the bottom of this, for example, a few pearls if you wanted, or whatever you can set your mind to. And the fantastic thing about these being so large is if you wanted to stamp in them, you're going to be able to do that easily peasily. In fact, if we look at this next to my necklace, just to give you an idea, this is, you know, large font. You might have smaller fonts or whatever, but you will easily be able to get at least one letter, maybe even three, actually. I've got some quite fine fonts as well. So you could do personalised jewellery. Maybe you wanted to do someone's initials, you know, one for each ear, because as we were saying before, it's really on trend to have odd earrings, isn't it?
Yeah,
really is on trend. We are going to be teaching you how to make this later. And I know what you're thinking. Oh, you just stamp a blank, don't you? Nope. No blanks in the kit. £7.95 is your deal on that one today if you fancy grabbing them. There is a serious amount of metal in here, a serious amount. As I said to you the other day, I was, it's 1.7 grams. I was in a supermarket the other day. You know, the one that Jamie Oliver used to love. Don't think he does anymore, though. We used to be a big fan. He's like nipping over and having a little dance in the moonlight or whatever it is, yeah? Anyway, that place, they have the swirling jewellery points next to the clothing, and they had a big sign that says sterling silver jewellery starts from £7. I had a little peruse through because I'm nosy like that. And they did have, sure enough, they did have something at £7, and it was a singular nose stud. Just one in a pack, it was £7. Want a pair of earrings? Double the price and a little bit more, thanks very much, for studs. Bringing to you a big, beautiful, bold amount of metal here. I just think they're divine.
They are gorgeous. They're really, like you say, really contemporary.
Yeah.
But you could F-colour onto these as well, so you could put some colour onto them.
Now you're chatting. Tell me more.
So you could use these with the F-colour. I think the F-colour's coming up on the 3rd of December on Designer Inspiration.
Yeah.
Is it with you?
What, say it again.
3rd of December.
I'm not good with the dates. I'm all about the structure of it.
What
day is it?
It's Tuesday. Not next Tuesday, the Tuesday after. I think it is
It
you.
is me.
It is you.
Me. What are we
So
making?
So we've got copper sheet. We're going to cut out snowflakes
Oh,
with our
that's so
saw,
Christmassy.
and then we're going to F-colour them. But yeah, you could F-colour these as well.
I have not done an F-colour show in years.
Brilliant.
I am so excited.
I'll bring another stove in.
Yes,
You're making as well.
please. Oh
You're
my
doing
gosh.
it as well.
Yeah, roll on December. £7.95 for you today. Oh, excited. That's the date for the diary. Pop it in. Okie pokes, I'm moving to... What do I fancy? You wanted to do that DVD as well, didn't you, Tom? Don't forget. Should we do the DVD? Just 'cause. Just 'cause. Fancy taking Fleur home in DVD form? Have a little look. This, I think, is one of the most decadent DVDs of the year.
And it's probably one of the easiest ones to create.
But it does not look it. I can imagine, and this obviously is bridal necklace. It was for a bridal event that we launched this. This, to me, is that beautiful dress that you pop on, that beautiful dress that you have that you've worn to 7 or 8 different parties, and you always wear it because it's comfy and it idle your lumpy bits, do you know what I mean? And it's dead comfy, it's dead nice. You pop it on, but you've been photographed in it however many times. This, to make and pop over that plain, even just plain black, boring old dress, is going to take your dress to something that could have looked £30, now looking £130 dress, couldn't it?
Yeah, definitely.
This is such a beautiful, beautiful DVD. And you can obviously only see the front picture of this, but the back of it's wonderful as well. This DVD is just £4.95 with our wonderful Fleur. So tell us what kind of techniques we're going to come across in here.
So I think
if that makes sense.
So the top section we've got the Byzantine squares, and then we go for the middle sections, which is again Byzantine. So it's all using easy to learn weaves.
Good.
And then the chains are all just 2 in 2, and then we've got Great Southern Gathering on the arms and on the back. So that's the hardest weave out of there, but it's very easy once you've got used to it. So don't see it as just one piece of jewellery. You could make multiple pieces of jewellery with the techniques that are on there.
And you have taught people chainmail for, well, how many years now?
Gosh. 10, 15 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And all of that knowledge you can feel in a Fleur demo. I know that sounds a little bit peculiar, but you know at home, don't you? If you've got any of Fleur's DVDs, you know at home. They are so clear, so succinct, especially with chainmail, which, let's face it, can be a little bit of a nightmare sometimes to get your head around on, little YouTube videos and stuff. Sometimes you can't see what they're doing, you know. These are so clear and so beautiful that even if you've never made a piece of chainmail jewellery, you're going to learn elements in this that you can work with.
Definitely. And like I say, even if it's to learn the Byzantine weave, this DVD will teach you that.
Beautifully. £4.95 statement bridal necklace with Fleur Hastings. Well done, it's going. Okay, I'm moving to bring, say it again. I've already done that one, Petal. Oh. It's because they were draped over the side. Sometimes I forget what box I'm meant to put something back in, and it's like a switch between two, so I drape it in between the numbers. This was draped. white freshwater rice pearls I've got for you now, and these ones are a 6B5. Little bit delicate, and do you know what, if you wanted to, let me just show you the other white pearls I've done in this hour. These are your gargantuan ones, and these are the ones I've done before. The graduated necklace design, here's one. What way do you like to graduate? Are you a traditional, or are you more of a Carrie Bradshaw?
Oh. See,
Or are you both?
I think I am more traditional, I would say, but I would love to have a play with doing the more Carrie Bradshaw look.
Yeah. She does it the opposite way round. So she wears that larger one at the top, and then they literally sit so close to each other, but she goes larger to smaller. Beautiful. But £9.95, I like it. No, I adore it. £9.95. Couldn't get a decent chippy tea for that price, could you?
Not anymore.
Nope. Well done all. Okay, I've got so much more to come. I've got more pearls, and after the break is my next demonstration. And things are about to get hot. And I'm not just on about the goggles. We are bringing to you a wonderful technique with the incredible Fleur. We have also got for you the featherweight head pins in that kit. We've got pearls and more genuine gemstones. Don't go anywhere, we'll be back in a few.
Our brand new Get Started with Jewellery Maker page has been created to provide help and guidance for jewellery making newbies. If you need design suggestions, hints and tips, or help with perfecting your jewellery designs, we're here to help. Head over to facebook.com/getstartedwithjm, where our talented in-house designers are happy to answer your jewellery making questions, offer inspiration, and get you started in your jewellery making journey. Jewellery Maker. Create, wear, share.
The Jewellery Maker Wall of Fame is where you get to showcase your skills as a jewellery designer. Each week, one lucky entrant will win £100 credited to their account, and the runner-up receives £50. If you want to enter your design, just send a photo to studio@jewellerymaker.com, or you can post your photos to Jewellery Maker Studio, Ivy House, Henley Road, Studley, B80 7DU, and make sure you don't forget your customer number. Get making and good luck. Jewellery Maker. Create, wear, share. Buying with Jewellery Maker online couldn't be easier. Just head over to our website, JewelleryMaker.com, and click on the register link. Simply fill in the required fields and you can shop 24/7. You'll also be privy to a faster checkout and personalised offers. Jewellery Maker, your one-stop shop for all your jewellery making needs.
I'm Marie, I'm the gemologist here at Jewellery Maker and also the head of buying, and this is Caroline.
Hi, I'm Caroline. I'm the buyer of pearls and sterling silver at Jewellery Maker.
So the hand-selected pearl range came about when Simon and I went off to China, and I saw that there's a vast quality difference in the pearl market. So before we went to the Hong Kong show, we sent out an email to all of our key suppliers and asked for the very best deals they could possibly bring us. And then Caroline and I went to Hong Kong and met with those suppliers.
There are 4 key factors when you're reviewing pearls. There's the surface quality, the size, the shape and the luster. So when myself and Marie were sitting with the suppliers, we would get the pearls onto the table and review all 4 key factors.
So we actually sat down, we went through every single pearl strand, we looked at those 4 key factors, didn't we?
Yeah.
On every single strand, checked every single pearl, which means that the proposition that we're bringing to you with the hand-selected range, I can personally guarantee is the best value for money in the marketplace.
Jewellery Maker course gift vouchers are now available. You can choose from a bronze, silver or gold voucher. Each voucher is worth a different amount that entitles you to book towards a course of your choice. For more information, contact our call centre on 0800 644 655. Jewellery Maker. Create, wear, share.
Love Jewellery Maker but don't have an account? You can now purchase items on the Jewellery Maker website through our guest checkout. To do so, select the products you wish to purchase and head over to the shopping basket. Simply enter your email address and select Continue as Guest below. After this, the checkout process is simple. Select your quantity and delivery option and then check out securely. Enter your billing details and either a credit card or PayPal account and proceed to payment. From here, you still have the option to create an account if you wish, making shopping online easier for you. Jewellery Maker. Create, wear, share.
Well, it's very unusual for us to do a today's must-have that is a kit, but today, that is exactly what we are going to do. Sorry, I'm laughing because Dan nearly fell off his chair and the pure panic behind his eyes was hilarious. He didn't fall off his chair or else I wouldn't be laughing, as you know. When you've seen the video of Liam stand here and then he whacks his head. I didn't laugh at all, did I?
Helpful.
Pardon?
It was so helpful.
So helpful, wasn't I? So helpful. Those years of St John ambulance training paid off a treat. I have got for you here the kit that is today's must-have. Pray, tell why, Bex. Well, what we've done is we've been a little bit sneaky. Basically, what we've decided to do with this is we've decided to bring you a kit in the must-have element of the schedule. That, therefore, means that we have more leeway on the discount we give. The fact of the matter is, I am bringing to you 6.10 grams of precious metal and a luxury strand of natural hued bijou pearls. Where is your head at price point wise? Because I don't know about you, but when I'm considering that at this moment in time, with the fluctuation of silver and the prices as it has been lately, we were saying a few weeks ago, if you buy silver now and it's about £6.20 per gram, it's a good price. Silver has eased off a little bit now, so we're saying more like £5 per gram. So if you can buy all of that gram weight for £5 per gram, on the silver alone, you're looking at £30.50. But then add on top of that, how much for that natural colour bijou strand? Remember, strands like this have one of the highest concentrations of pearls on a strand that you can get. And not only is that an incredible strand of pearls, it is the multicoloured strand that we have not seen before. 3 of that wonderful, expensive looking golden apricot, and then 3 of that beautiful natural purest of whites, and the same again and the same again. That gentle nuance adds interest, adds texture, adds beauty, adds luxury. So what? $22.95? $24.95? $29.95 for the strand? Add that on top of the £30.50, you're getting close to the price that this kit should be. I'm going to give you 1 minute to win this. And what I mean by that is the clock is going to start now. You have then got 60 seconds until the graphics come live. The reason we're doing this is because we want everyone to have a fair shot. I have got just shy of 100 of these, and I want to give you the most opportune moment to seize this deal today, and therefore we absolutely are. This as a complete kit is incredible, and the jewellery and the demo that we're going to do with this, trust me on this, you're going to need to grab this. You might think, Bex, I've already got 2-3 packs of your featherweight head pins. You're gonna want more to do this demo, and you're gonna want more to make these makes. I am bringing to you in 20 seconds now the opportunity to seize the moment. We are giving you a kit with a today's must-have price, which is lower deal than you would normally expect. I am bringing to you today jump rings that are plenty, featherweight head pins, and that incredible strand of pearls. The graphics are coming live. It's the wrong graphics. It's the wrong graphics. Ignore it. Ignore it. Ignore it! Should I show the strand quick? Yeah, I'll show the strand quick. Ignore it! It's going, no! No, this is the strand that the graphics are on air for. Pure white for you. We'll bring that price in. These are Baroque pearls. $15.95. Do you know what though, Tom? Do you know what? Simple mistake to make. I'm sure I don't know how to produce. I'm not very good past like clicking, double clicking, checking emails, etc. But let me just point out to you that this strand you would expect to be a lower price point in your mind than this strand here, right? Because you've got all of the natural colours on this one. You know, this one's got all the natural colours. It's got the peaches, etc. A little bit different. Remember, this is the one that's on screen. I'm going to do this one in the kit now for you, though. So, if you want to get your hands on the beauty, the quality, the wonder that is, the graphics are coming live. Should we count it down? In 3, in 2, in 1, your graphics are live. Now, there you go. This is your beautiful collection, and boy, is it beautiful. Aforementioned, you're getting 6.10 grams of your solid sterling silver. We have also got in here for you your beautiful jump rings. Just to let you know, size on those ones, we are looking at a 0.8 diameter, and we're looking at a 5mm approx. So that's your internal with the 0.8. We have also got in here that beautiful, individual, unique, hand-selected, hand-created, hand-ordered, if that makes sense, natural coloured pearls in there as well. 6.10 grams at the good cost of silver at the moment of £5 per gram. You'd be looking at £30.50 for the silver alone, let alone adding into it that stunning strand, which I just want you to really have a good look at because it's just so personality-filled. Fleur, this kit, just, what a brilliant, you know, like, it's all of the good stuff, isn't it?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, it is.
It's a little bit like, you know, if you go to like a restaurant and sometimes you'll get like food and they'll like have a nice stew, like but there's only a few prawns in there. There's a lot of starch, a lot of potatoes, a lot of rice, etc. Yeah. This is just the good stuff. This kit, isn't it?
Yeah, it's so high end, isn't it? You know, you've got some beautiful pearls. You've got all your sterling silver. You've got so many jump rings. Yeah. And featherweight head pins as well in there. You know, it's a really beautiful kit which is so versatile for whatever medium you're working in. But you know, for me, I wanted to do, I wanted to have these like waterfall earrings like what I've made, and then I was like, oh, I still got lots and lots left over, so I ended up making a pendant and another pair of earrings as well, and it just seemed to go on and on and on and on. It was amazing, absolutely wonderful.
Let me just remind you as well, please, that what we're bringing to you here in this beautiful collection is luxury atop luxury. We're bringing to you all of that precious metal. We're bringing you a serious amount of pearls, including the mixed natural coloured pearls. And today, I've already got 10% of this gone, by the way. And let me just remind you, everybody pays the final closing. Because of Tom's little mistake, he says, sorry, are you waggling... What is that you're waggling at me? A rice cake. Nice. Good. I like that. He's chatting with his food. He's making a point. Because of my little mistake, he says, should have been on my head be it, he says. $29.95 for you today. That is a seriously good deal. $37.95 should have been the advertised, suggested closing price, but not today. Let me just remind you, at this moment in time, we wouldn't be able to get the silver for that.
How many jump rings do you get?
Good question, Fleur, and thanks for asking. Hang on, Tom's just going to nibble on his rice cracker and tell me. 50. The head shake is out. We are bringing to you incredible quality, and we are bringing to you $29.95. We have got beautiful look, beautiful quality. Let me just show you the head pins next to it as well, just to give you an idea. Hang on, gives you an idea. There you go. That is, go through these perfectly.
Yes,
these pearls, bijou pearls, need a featherweight, don't they?
They do, yeah. You wouldn't be able to get them onto a normal standard head pin.
No.
The drill hole's slightly too small for them.
Yeah. So for that fineness, for that finesse and fineness, these are what you need.
Yeah. I mean, 50 jump rings alone. I mean, that's let's say £10 for the jump rings.
Oh,
and then the featherweight head pins. For 100 of those, that's a great price. It really is a great price.
Yeah. How much is that per component, Tom? Oh, it's all right. I've worked it out. About £9.99 each per component. Now, if you consider, that's right, isn't it? If you classify all of the jump rings as one, all of the head pins as one, and the pearl as one, about £9.99 each per family of components. This strand you'd expect £20.
Yeah, they're hand selected. So they've been
natural colours.
Yeah.
And also, look at the way that we've made this up. 3 of those beautiful apricot pearls into 3 of the white, into, etc., etc., etc. That quality, that beauty, it's just a re-strand job almost, isn't it?
Yeah, it is, yeah.
I love it. I absolutely adore it. Well done. I will just let you know, I've got about 50 left, or just shy of 50. Just shy of 50 left, just shy. I'm saying between 46 and 49 of these ones left. But there are people with it in their baskets. You see those pearls spinning around? They're coming up at 8:45. They're on pre-order, and they are totally and absolutely the real deal. Not 1, not 2, not 3, but 4. Listen up. They'll be with you at 8:45. I fancy just getting really, really creative. Joe,
Very good.
Are you scratching for a bit of creativity?
Yes.
You could buy some cream. Or you could just sit back and relax. Because this is this is probably the type of demo that I bet you get asked about a fair old amount.
Yes, yeah.
Do you?
All the time.
And why do you think that is?
Well, we all have, this is all to do with your leftover sterling silver. So we've all got those little pots of sterling silver, because every guest designer that's ever sat here has said, it's sterling silver. When you cut the end of your head pin, pop it in a little pot because it's sterling silver. And sometimes that's fine. You can have it refined down and you can send it off and you can weigh it in and get, possibly some money back for it. Or we can use it to make other pieces of jewellery.
So, for example, you could literally do this with your kit.
Yes.
And it's a nice and different way of using the kit. And the reason I want to show you this is because it does look like you've gotten a blank, but actually, look at how solid that is. I love that you can feel the weight of this.
Yeah.
It feels so luxurious.
Yeah, it's very weighty.
Really,
And
it's stunning.
And if you don't have a hallmark, none of these are overweight. So what you would do is you'd weigh the silver first, because when it melts down, that's the weight that you're going to get. So
Yeah.
it's not going to be over 7.78 grams.
Find it, no.
We haven't got the
Yeah, no, don't worry.
scales, have we? So the scales are...
the batteries
this
have
little
died,
piece
innit?
here is about 3 to 4 grams of silver. So it's a nice weighty piece. It's in one piece by itself. But, you know, it's a way of using all those little ends of silver, and you can see it's a real organic piece, and once it's all polished up, they look absolutely fabulous. So you can see on the dealer's notice here that the gram weights for sterling silver are 7.78 grams. So as long as when you weigh everything, that you don't go over 7.78 grams. If you don't have a hallmark, then you're absolutely fine. So you can create lots of these, and you can create some that are even bigger than these, because like I said, that's only about 3 to 4 grams of silver.
Yeah.
You could almost double that. You know, you can add another like 2 or 3 grams to it.
Yeah.
So like I say, we all have these little bits that we can do something with.
Here's one question that I get asked quite often.
Yeah.
First off is to do with the overall weight, for example, for earrings.
Yeah.
The second one I always get asked is about gifting.
Yep. So with weights, it's the weight of the metal in an individual piece. So it's not a pair of earrings, it is an earring and then an earring. As long as you can take one part away from the other. So if you've got a pendant which is 6 grams of silver and a chain which is 6 grams of silver, but you can take them apart without the use of tools, then neither of those need to be hallmarked. If that pendant won't come away from that chain without the use of tools, it needs to be hallmarked as a whole piece. When you're gifting something, it's a bit of a grey area. I mean, legally, all silver should be hallmarked over 7.78 grams if you're going to resell it. So if you're going to sell it on. If it's for you or if it's for a gift, I suppose as long as it didn't go anywhere, then, you know, that's your call. But, you know, so hallmarking's not a scary subject, and it's not a mega expensive sort of like thing to have as well. And it gives your pieces that extra little gravitas against somebody else that hasn't had theirs hallmarked.
Hallmarked, absolutely. We've had a message in. Hi, Fleur, Rebecca, loving the show. A busy day. Just checking, is it 50 jump rings as the photo or 10 as the details? So it's 50 and it is 5 10-packs. So on the end of the graphics, it's probably dropped off, hasn't it? Is that what's happened? Yeah. So, it might be at the bottom of your screen maybe. So yeah, you're getting 5 10-packs, so you are getting 50, yes. So the photo is right, the details here that I've been showing you in the kit are correct. It's just at the bottom of the screen or whatever, it's sometimes on like the information. They literally break it down per element, don't they? So it is 10 in a pack, but we're giving you 5 packs because it's a kit. So there you go. Okay, so let's talk all about this wonderful creative design and making the most of what you've got left over, essentially.
So, like we said before, you know, you can keep your sterling silver in a little jar as long as you don't mix copper within there. So you're going to water down the amount of sterling silver that's there, the silver that's there, you'll find. So keep it all separate. But if you've got your sterling silver, you've got all these little bits, what can you do with them? So we know that if you've got a longer piece of metal, you can make it into a ball head pin with your heat as well. But you don't have to have lots of soldering experience, and none of this is being soldered. It literally has just been melted into an organic shape. So I've got a couple here. So this is one that we're going to finish in a second, because obviously this one's going to be very hot. But you can see all of the examples are all so different. I mean, I quite like that frosted look. I potentially would just keep that as is. It doesn't look like the moon because you've got the texture on there as well, so you can file all that back. And all I'm not using very expensive tools or anything like that. I'm using some 600 grit sandpaper and a nail block.
the type of nail blocks you can get for £1 or £2,
yeah,
isn't it?
That's it. I mean, if you've got stuff like the safety pickle like we did this morning, the Argentium safety pickle is safety pickle, so you can pop it into that just to get rid of the fire scale or the blackness that's on the silver you'll see in a second. But if you didn't have that, then just a brass brush and a little bit of elbow grease with some sandpaper and you will be able to do that. If you've got a Dremel, you can drill the hole through there. You can sort of like hand drill it. It is hard work. It's easier with the Dremel. Just
Which
hold
is
it in some pliers. And that's it. And I think, is it Hayley that's doing that?
No, it's not actually. It's Jan. Jan.
Okay,
Hayley's
so
on the mid-show.
Yeah, so Jan will be able to show you how to, use the drill and how to set it up. And there is the Dremel DVD as well. But that's basically all you need to do is to drill a hole in it and then just use your sandpapers to refine the surface down, and then you can polish it with either just a silver cloth, or if you have got some silver polish at home, then Dremel did come with a little tiny bit of Jeweller's Rouge in there.
Jeweller's Rouge, yeah, it did.
So you can polish it up with one of the felt mops that are in there as well. But it is so simple and it's so quick. We get going.
And this, can we? So let's remind ourselves of the setup, shall we?
So, safety first. You have to wear your glasses, your safety goggles. If you wear glasses, it doesn't work. You've got to put safety glasses over the top. Yeah, so what I've got a charcoal block here, okay? So we did the charcoal block when we did the Argentium silver, I believe. So if you've got that block, that's absolutely brilliant, and that gives you the best surface underneath your pebble. If you've got the normal soldering block, which we've done before as well, that's absolutely fine to work on as well. I've got everything in a baking tray just in case anything rolls off or falls off, because this is going to go like a molten ball of silver, so it could roll around a little bit. And if it does fall off, then off onto this bit, then that's okay. If it falls into here, again, that's okay. It's still protected my surface. I have got the macrame board underneath as well. That's absolutely fine. It's just creating another little heat block. I've got a bowl of water that's by the side of me to quench any tools that are hot or the silver when it's taken the redness out of it. It's also really good to have that next to me, just in case an accident does happen and I burn my hand or something like that, then I've got the water that's there. I know that my torch
before we move on, is it cold water, lukewarm water?
It's just cold water.
Obviously it's not boiling water.
Yeah, it's just cold water, and it's in a ceramic dish or a glass dish would be better, something like that, not a plastic dish, because if this is molten hot and you do put it in before it cools down properly, then it could melt a hole into the side. My torch is in good working order. I've checked just outside before we started this show. It's working fine. This is slightly different to the torch that we do at Jewellery Maker. I just haven't had chance to get the new torch yet. Yeah. But it will work exactly the same.
And when you do check it, are you literally just checking it turns on smoothly and everything else?
So I'm looking for that as soon as I press, so if I just light this one up, as I turn the button, that as soon as I press the ignition switch, it works. There's no sort of like hissing of gas before it ignites or anything like that.
There's no splattering of flame or anything.
No, it's not, and it's got a nice clean blue point to the flame. Now the clean blue point on that flame is the hottest part. So when we start to melt this in a second, you'll see the closer you get, the more disturbed the gas sounds and the sound of the flame. You'll get to know it. If you come too far away and you're not in that blue cone and you're in the yellow cone, it's not as hot. So it's trial and error, but you're not going to do anything other than to melt this. So if it takes a little bit longer, it doesn't matter. If you don't like what you've got and you quench it, you go, oh, I don't really like that. If you clean off the fire scale off of there and that blackness, put it back on there, melt it again.
Go again.
You can melt this as many times as you want. If you did have something like borax at home or some sort of flux at home, it doesn't hurt to put a little bit of flux on there as well. It just keeps the silver a bit cleaner as you're going, but you don't need it. It's not an essential part. Looking at surrounding areas around me, Becky's obviously got her eyes protected. So I know that if anything happened, Becky's protected because I'm in charge of this. So I can't talk to Becky with this in my hand. Everything, you have to really concentrate on where this is pointing. As soon as it's been on for even just like 10-15 seconds, the end of this is very hot. So just be very careful if you've got pets or children in the house, or maybe an adult that doesn't know you're doing this, just make sure everybody in the house knows that you're melting silver and you have one of these in your hand, because if someone taps you on the shoulder, the first thing you're going to do is turn round with that flamethrower in your hand. So just make sure that you're in a clean area. There's no curtains, there's no flappy fabrics around,
or bunting or silly things like that.
That your clothes that you're wearing aren't loose and like floaty, because obviously that's dangerous with this. If you have got something like a flame-proof apron, so a leather or suede, or an alternative to that synthetic material, that's absolutely brilliant as well to work with. And just be near your water supply. If this is something that you're going to do a lot of, then something like a fire extinguisher, just the little chicken ones. No, kitchen.
Chicken one. Kitchen one, right? Get you.
I've been here since 7 o'clock.
Yeah.
But yeah, your kitchen fire extinguisher, brilliant, just to have around. So the other thing that we need are some heat-proof tweezers. So the ones that Becky uses to show things, these have got heat-insulated handles on them. So we're not going to hold this piece of silver, it's just to pick it up. So the heat's not going to travel up here, but these are reverse action tweezers, so you don't need any pressure on them to keep them closed. Not like these ones where you have to keep the pressure on. So if you trip or you sneeze, if you let go of the pressure, you've got a molten hot piece of silver. Which could then go onto your carpet or something like that. So if you can get these, and I know we've got these coming in very soon as well.
We do, literally, very, very soon. Don't forget as well, if you have got any questions for Fleur, do just text in. It's 60777, so text with the word James Studio. If you've got anything around this or anything that you think, oh, Fleur hasn't mentioned that today, or I wonder about this, do feel free to ask, because let's remember that Fleur doesn't just work with pearls and chainmail, she does work with, metals like this, and also sells her pieces too. So brilliant to have her with us. And just to let you know, we're doing the demo now because Fleur's got a long journey back home tonight.
Tomorrow.
She's heading further up north than normal, and so she's going to be going in 35 minutes. So get your questions in now, and we will ask them as it goes. There's your info.
Brilliant. So I always keep my tweezers in my non-dominant hand. Always, always, always have something in your hand when you're doing something with a torch. Because if you don't have something in this hand, your natural reaction, if something moves or rolls away, is to try and push it back with your hand.
Right, yeah.
And logic tells you, don't touch that. That's really hot, but you will naturally, instinctively try and push it back together. So always have something in your hand that you can then move your pieces around. Okay, so what we're going to do, I don't know if you want to, it will glow very red.
Dim the light slightly.
So we can just dim them just a little bit. So I'm just going to start the torch up. Okay, so I've got the torch on,
dropping the
full
light
blast.
slightly.
And what I'm going to start to do is I'm just bringing my flame in to the side, and you can see straight away these little bits of silver are now starting to melt together. Can you see? So what I've done is I've just piled them all up, a little bit like that matchsticks game. What I'm going to do is I'm going to try and push them together. So can you see?
Can you see that?
Can you see how that's all
on
melting?
your side?
That's it. So I'm just going to move that around a little bit. And you can see how quick this is all going, and it will act like mercury. It will want to coagulate together, so it comes together. So we're now starting to get it into this nice form. Let's get that jump ring to melt a little bit.
And different thicknesses of metals will alter.
That's it. Yeah. So the jump ring's a little bit thicker than the silver itself. So I'm just going to keep it moving a little bit. Let's see if we can get. See how it's just moved a little bit, so I'm just going to push it away from the heat. That jump ring, it will go eventually, but it doesn't matter, we can just keep heating it a little bit. We could use that as a bail actually. Should we leave it like that and see what, because if we don't like it, it's going in now, look, there we go. So what I'm going to do now is just keep that flame moving, and you can see I'm using this blue part of the flame here, just to bring it around. That's quite a nice shape.
And is that how long you heat it until you like the shape?
Yeah, that's it. Now at this point you can see that is
molten,
red hot. Okay, so we don't touch that. If I try to pick that up now, it would literally just collapse. Okay, so we need to let the
Because that glow.
That's brilliant, isn't
Sorry,
it?
light is going up now.
So again, this is still red hot. The heat's still not coming out of it. Now the difference between a charcoal block and a non-asbestos heated block, like the white one underneath, this will hold the heat a lot faster. So if you
A lot
remember,
longer.
A lot longer, sorry.
Right, okay.
So if you remember, like when you used to have an open fire, if you still have an open fire, you would put coal on the fire before you went to bed. When you got up in the morning, it was still red.
Warm. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this will hold the heat a long, long time. So this now has started to cool down. So this is cooled down enough that I can move it.
So you can't see any of the red anymore?
No, so there's no red. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to quench it.
Mm-hmm.
And that's now lovely and cold. So what I'm going to do before anything else, I'm going to move that out of the way because everything in that tray is hot. Mm-hmm. I'm going to move that into the tray, so if it falls, it will only fall into the tray. Mm-hmm. So what we've got now is we've got a pebble, and you can see that it is quite blackened. So okay, so this is the copper within the silver that's created this blackness. Okay, what you can do is you can take a little bit of sandpaper, and if you can put this into your safety pickle, and sometimes they're a bit difficult to hold, but if I just do a little edge here.
And what kind of, is that quite a fine grain?
This is a 600
sandpaper?
grit.
Right, okay.
600 grit wet and dry sandpaper. So if I just do a little bit here, you can see that this has started to come off. If you have got something, if you go to your local chemist and ask for citric acid is exactly the same as your pickle. Okay, so what pickle is, it works in the heat, and it's just going to take off all this darkness that's on the top, and it's just the copper that's created this black. So if you were using fine silver, say if you had some silver clay left over that you wanted to do this with, you wouldn't get any of this blackness on there. And if you did this with Argentium silver, you wouldn't get any blackness. It's just the copper. So what you're going to do is you're going to go all the way around that, but you can see how that silver is starting to come through. So you can see there that silver's underneath just that layer of fire scale. So you're going to go around and you're going to carry on going with your sandpaper. Now if you've got something like a brass brush, you can use that as well to take rid of it. You can try things like lemon juice as well to lift that off. You can use salt and lemon juice together if you look online, there's lots of recipes for natural pickle. So if you put in natural pickle for jewellery, it will tell you the salt and lemon juice ratio and that kind of thing. You can use things like white wine vinegar.
Is it just a dunk it in and leave it job?
Yeah, the hotter your pickle, the quicker it's going to work. So when your pickle is warm, so if you were going to put your pickle into, say, a bowl like this with warm water, then it will take about 10-15 minutes. If it's in cold water, it's going to take a few hours. Okay. If it's in something like a slow cooker with a constant heat, a couple of minutes and it'll come out. Or a baby's bottle warmer, which if you go to any sort of like car boot sale and things like that, you tend to find them in there. So you just literally get a jam jar, fill it with your water and your pickle solution, pop it into the baby's bottle warmer, and then you can just keep heating it up when you want it.
Great tip.
It's not once you've used it, you've got to chuck it away.
No.
You can keep using it until it stops doing its job, basically, until it stops pickling things. So what you're going to do, I'm making a right mess on this board.
Don't worry.
So sorry.
Well, no, you always do though, don't you?
Yeah, I've not burnt the desk.
At least it's not burnt this time.
I haven't burnt the desk this time. But sometimes you need to break a few eggs before you make an omelette. So
2, 3?
Yeah, 3.
Why
3
not?
would be a good one, yeah. So you can see there, I've just sanded the bottom off, so you can see on this one here, I've just sanded the bottom, you can see that silver coming through really nicely there. Yeah. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to move to the one now that Becky's got, just to show you now how to start to get a nice sort of like finish on your piece. So once you've got rid of all of that black, and you can see that this one's got slightly less silver in it than this one. What you could do if you wanted to is you could sort of like remelt this again with a little bit more silver in there. But this is the same size as the one that's on with the little F in there. So that is all 100 of your ends of your featherweight head pins from your wrapped loops and 5 jump rings that I'd left over. So that's what created that size. So I don't know if you can see, is it that one there?
Yeah.
So you can see, without trying to get that bust really dirty, you can see, if I bring that one in, it's roughly about the same size and depth. So from there, we're going to start to now refine it down a little bit. So using the same sandpaper that we've used, we're going to start to work over the surface of our piece. Now, the more you do, the more you're going to take it back to a really nice, clean, flat surface. So every time you use your sandpaper, this starts off at 600 grit. If you keep working over the same area, obviously you're taking the grit down on the sandpaper. So instead of having lots and lots of finishing papers, or going down the grits from like 600 to 800 to 1,000, you just keep going with the same one until literally there is no sandpaper left.
I've not thought of it like that before, but that makes basic sense.
Yeah, you don't have to buy, I only ever buy 600 grit sandpaper. And you can see, if I just move my hand a little bit, can you see the difference from this side to this side?
Massively.
So this is the side that I've started to work on. Okay.
Do you want to borrow these?
Oh, thank you.
It's all right.
I've not gone to tweezer school like this though. I can use them for soldering, but...
Oh, you've nailed that. Look at that.
Oh, there we go.
You'll be coming for my job in a bit.
No. So you can see now how this side here, I've started to get that nice finish.
Totally
now
already.
It's up to you now whether you want to drill your hole now or whether you want to wait until you finish the piece.
What would you suggest?
I suggest to drill the hole now, because when you drill, what you're going to happen is you're going to get a lot of the material that comes out the other side, so you're going to have to file that off as well. You can use your metal files on this, no problem. But if I just carry on working on this little section here just for a little bit longer, so I'm now going to move to one of these nail blocks and just buy a little bit of elbow grease. Now, if you've got the Dremel...
Coming up Sunday 9.
In the Dremel, you've got some sanding discs within there with the shank that they go onto. You can use those, and it's a lot quicker than the elbow grease. But sometimes it's really nice to know that from start to finish, that's a hand finished piece.
Yeah.
So that's step 2. So can you see again? We're starting to now get.
That is incredible
you see
already.
How it's starting now to come. And so we're getting that silver that's underneath. So if I then move to the 3rd step, and again, I'll just work on this little bit here, just so you
see the difference.
You can see the difference in the
quite like that as a design feature, actually.
Really nice design
half
feature.
Matte, half shine.
That'd be really nice. Now, while I'm doing this, if we just talk about how you can then put the letter on there. So we're not going to do the letter tonight because Claire did a fabulous demo on stamping on Monday with the personalisation. Tuesday. Was it? Sorry. The personalisation day. So when you're stamping on this, you would think that it'd be really difficult to stamp such a big, thick piece of silver. But because this has been melted, we've taken that sterling silver back to its annealed quality. So we've relaxed all the crystals within there. It doesn't take much of a strike to actually get a really good deep impression.
That's good to know.
So I'm just going to move now to
Yeah, because you would think you'd need like the hammer of Thor.
Yeah, no,
to get a good impression.
No, you don't. And you don't have to tape it down. You can do. With the one with the F on there, I did tape it down. I used some masking tape to take down, and I actually hit the stamp over the top of the masking tape. Yours is slightly bigger, and it had more of a flatter surface on it, so it was a lot easier. So again, I'll just show you in a second how I'm going with this. So that's just 2 more steps, and again, that's all I've done is a little bit of elbow grease. So if you can see. So you can see now we're starting to get that luster. Now you might get these pits and that into there. You see these little tiny marks in there. All they're ever going to do is add to the piece. This is not a machined piece of silver. No. This is
hand created.
It's hand created. So
it's like if you got a Keshi pearl and it was perfectly smooth, you'd be like, "Hey, there's something up with that."
That's it. No, it's got to have that hand finished quality as well, I think. So let's just do these very last 2. So again, you can see it's within no time at all. You've got a really, really beautiful piece of silver. I mean, if you have a look, some people call these lucky pebbles of silver. You have a look on those handmade auction websites, and you'll see these pebbles for like 50, 60 pounds. Sometimes they've got a gemstone set within there.
On.
I know. And very soon, I'm going to show you, hopefully, either the end of this year or the beginning of next year, how to flush set a gemstone into the middle of one of these.
You are joking me.
So can I just pick this up with this
Show
again?
the two-tone.
So you can see that the polished section...
Oh, I love that too.
At the bottom.
Oh, I love that.
So you can
almost
see...
looks like a waning moon.
It does, doesn't it?
Or a yin-yang of silver.
So you can see now how you can get, just with a little bit of sandpaper and a nail block, how you can create what's finished piece, like what Becky's wearing, or this one. And then all I do to finish them off, and I don't think I've got a silver polishing cloth here, but you know our
Connoisseurs
finishing cloth? All you do then
Tomorrow
is...
Late Show, we
Oh,
think.
really? I don't know if I've got one in here. It should be a shame if I have. No, I haven't.
But you know the purpley one we mean.
But I've got one of these polishing pads, which is the same thing. I think we've done these before as well.
We have.
But you can see if I just give that a little... This hasn't had any polish on it yet, but just with a little polishing pad. Did I call it a polishy pad then?
Yeah,
Well,
you did, but I just smiled and overlooked it.
We'll gloss over that.
We knew what you meant.
But if I just pick that up now for you, so get me
Can you
with the
see
tweezers. So you can see on this edge here, I've just used that polishing pad, and then if I turn it around, but even without, and you can still see you've still got some of these little pits in there, little divots in there. But what you could do now, I've just thought, hang on a minute.
Go on.
If you used your Dremel engraver tool, you could do like star constellations. That'd be lovely. But
That's a great idea.
But they're just a way of using. I mean, I've used this section as the front section, but if I just turn that around, I love that section as well.
Me too.
I love that. I think that's absolutely beautiful.
That with a pearl hanging from it.
Yep.
You know?
Really,
like
really
a personality-filled pearl.
Yes. Yeah.
Like
definitely.
that. Why not?
But yeah, that's as simple as it is. There's no soldering. You don't need a degree in anything to do this. All you need is your torch, little bits of silver. Obviously, the featherweight head pins are the best way to start because they're thinner material, so they're going to melt quicker. Stop when you get to that nice globule of molten silver.
Great one.
And do not touch it till it's gone. All the redness has gone out of it.
Yeah.
Don't go anywhere near it till the redness has gone out. And you can make these.
I love that demonstration, don't you? Thank you so much for sharing that with us, Fleur. If you fancy creating something like that and you want to finish it off with something equally as unique and individual, well then this is your chance. It is, of course, your Cashy Pearls. When we talk about Cashy Pearls, we're talking about something quite interesting because I think that traditionally we are trained to believe and understand that round pearls are the best, therefore the most expensive. But actually, if we're talking monetary value-wise and we're talking timings-wise and we're talking actual product of luxury quality, aka the whole of the pearl and what makes these pearls up with the mollusk, this is the shape which 9 times out of 10 can outprice that of perfect rounds.
Well, the most expensive pearl in the world is 11 million, and it weighs about 30 pounds or 30 kilograms. It's a huge pearl.
Massive.
But it is. It's got all the undulations on there. It's pure
similar
nature
shape
all the
actually
way
to
through.
this. Obviously a lot bigger.
Didn't he
but
keep it under his bed?
Under his bed, yeah, he did. He kept it
yeah,
under his bed for
didn't know what
years.
to do with
Didn't
it.
know, yeah, and wasn't entirely sure what it was, does it?
No.
Yeah.
Fancy finding that. But it didn't have the lustre that this one's got.
No.
These have got absolutely beautiful lustre. But no, these are some of nature's sort of like gifts to us as well, because we don't actually harvest the Cashy pearls.
No.
They are just given to you by the mollusk.
Yes. They aren't something that we can plan for.
No,
and I kind of love that, you know?
Yeah.
I kind of love the fact that we have an idea of maybe what we want, but with a Cashy pearl, you've not got any real say on it, have you?
Yeah.
It's much more sporadic than anything else.
Yeah, the mollusk actually says, okay, so there's a little bit more mother of pearl or naked, whichever you want to know it as, and I'm going to start to create it in the folds of the mantle, and that's how we get these amazing undulations. Some of them are made or grown in the organs of the mollusk, and it's where you take a pearl out. So if a large pearl's come out, what they're that pearl's created what we call a pearl sac. Sometimes they put it back into the water and say, okay, if you're going to do anything, you can carry on.
Yeah.
And you get these huge Keshi pearls.
And this obviously is a lot of the nacre that you need to be able to create this.
Yeah, yeah.
This is not, 90% nucleus. This is pure as pure can be, isn't it?
Yeah, if you were to chop this in half, which we wouldn't do, but if you were to chop this in half, it would be, you'd see the layers of the pearl as it's grown from start to finish.
Yeah.
There is no nucleus, there's no irritant or no host tissue that's been put in.
That's been placed in. So when we're always talking about the expensive part of the pearl and the way that it's built up and the way that, the thicker the nacre, the thicker the, the better the translucency, and you're going to see not only the body colour, but you're going to see that wonderfully revered pearlescence and the translucency and the halo-like of glimmer that you sometimes get. When we're talking about that, we're talking about the expensive elements that make them up. This is just pure expensive element, and yet it's £3.99 per pearl, and that is it. This is serious luxury. If we were to bring you a strand of this, we would be talking triple figures. Yeah. We're not, we're bringing you 4. Do you know what it's very similar to? When we sold our Tahitian pearls. Yes. Yeah, we sold our Tahitian pearls and we used to sell 3 at a time. Yeah, it's very similar to that. It's because if we were to do a strand of these, because of the size, this is not your average Keshi pearl. I'm not saying that this is your average Keshi pearl either, but Keshi pearls more similarly a size like this, aren't they?
Definitely. I mean, you can
more
see
often.
The size, and you can see the absolute beautiful lustre that's on these. I mean, they are classed as high lustre silver freshwater culture pearls. They've got such a bright white that's giving you that silver lustre to them. It's almost like they've got like molten metal within them.
You're right.
That's creating this. But you can see the bigger the surface area, the more colour shift you will see over that lustre, and you can see a whole rainbow in these.
That colour shift is absolutely dynamic. They are hand selected for their high lustre. But remember, we're talking size here. Described as 9mm, which I am completely perplexed by. That needs changing. Thickness, this is obviously on an average, but you've got around about, that is over a centimetre, obviously that way around. And let's do the height point of it now. We're looking at, what, 25 mil? Yeah. 25 millimetres in height. We say luxury pearls are 9mm. We are talking museum quality, aren't we?
Yeah,
museum quality. We are giving to you today 4 pearls, which quite easily, were we to do a strand, would make up a triple figure sum. You saw it though. We played that sting, right? I am going to do a star buy deal for you. Fancy it? Add it to your baskets right now and we'll go lower. You have got a star buy deal about to come on. Yeah, I understand why you took a pause then. I understand why you looked then. Let me just remind you. Can I just ask you, just before we do anything to the prize, do add this to your basket because I'm getting low stock now. If I made that as a pair of earrings, I brought these earrings to you earlier on. If I made that as a pair of earrings, for you on your stand where you sell your pearls, and I know I always say this, but I think it's really important to mention, because I think people can sometimes sit at home and go, oh yeah, well you can say that you sell it for that, because Fleur on her stand's probably got, as made by Fleur Hastings, as seen on telly and all that. You haven't got anything like that on your stall at all. No. How much would you personally sell a pair of earrings like this for?
I would say conservatively between £60 and £70.
So, if I can do 2 pairs of this, I'm looking, conservatively, 120 quid. Should we make the profit you make even more magical? Well done to Midlothian, Cheshire and Cheshire. I've got Wiltshire, I've got Londonderry, Suffolk, London, Greater London, Buckinghamshire, East Sussex, Berkshire. It's £9.95.
Caroline will be after you.
That is the face of a mother. You know that face of, I'm not annoyed, I'm just disappointed. And I loved it. I loved it. That's incredible, isn't it?
Caroline has sat there with a big truckload of pearls and hand selected those. That is a great price.
Isn't that incredible?
That is a really great price for a large Keshi pearl. I would expect that per one, to be honest. And if you did look on those handmade auction websites where they do
Yes.
sell pearls as
Yes,
well,
yes, yes.
you know, you would be able to see them for, like you say, between £7 and £9 each pearl.
Yeah, as an individual.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's almost like you buy one, you get 3 free.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean? Which is an astonishing way to
Crazy.
consider it. And remember, every single one is as individual as you and I, and that is the beautiful thing about these. They are so unique and individual.
I think I've got something in my mind that why Caroline bought these, and I think it's because Kate, the Duchess of Cambridge,
yes,
has
Middleton
a pair
or
of
Cambridge.
earrings exactly the same.
Got ya.
And that's
Yeah,
why
yeah.
she bought them. That's, it's all coming back to me now. The meeting
Yeah.
of why.
Oh, you're
why
good,
they
aren't
was
you?
bought. Yeah, so yeah, it was the earrings that they wanted to sort of like show and say how amazing they were.
I know that ain't the same, but
Well, but they are. I bet they've got a real nice.
ours
price tag.
are large, aren't they?
Yeah.
But I'm just showing you. And this is a good deal.
It's a very
Because
good
that's,
deal.
you know, not as big maybe, but you are getting 3 there.
And they are hand wrapped loops as well.
Yeah, hand-wrapped loops. Yeah, that's a really good
And
point,
can I
actually.
just say, they're a bit wonky.
Are
just
they?
saying.
Just that one needs straightening up a tad.
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
a little.
Yeah.
There you go.
Just a bit off centre.
Just a bit off. Grab it whilst you can. Oh, that is just a bargain. You've got yourself there, my loves.
Really great deal.
Top drilled Keshi pearls now. Different feel, more delicate, more petal-like. I always think these look like sort of hand-dried rose petals, to be honest.
Yeah, this is more like what we're used to seeing, aren't we? The slightly
I'll just show you the
slimmer
difference.
diameter.
Oops, sorry. Yes.
Those ones are like very voluptuous.
Great word. Yes, very voluptuous. These ones slightly slimmer.
Yeah.
Ooh, Janet is in about the last opportunity. What amazing value for such beautiful pearls. I cannot wait to get them. And they're all for me. Janet, good.
I don't blame
Enjoy.
you. I can take my hair down now, can't I?
You can. Oh, it's like watching a L'Oreal advert.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Not after.
Because I'm worth it. You know what I mean?
With all the hairspray that I've been putting on it throughout the day.
Oh, I still think it looks lovely.
I reckon I've got about 1.5 inches of foundation
Yeah.
and my hair's about 3 inches wider through
Right.
hairspray.
So sort of 30% hairspray.
Yeah, I think I'm
Love it.
30% more hairspray and foundation than I was at 7 o'clock this morning.
Well, it suits you. 1995, a strand like this. Can I just ask you, for someone who has been making a silly jewellery for a while now, have you seen a change in the public's opinion on things like this?
Yeah.
And if so, what has the change been? And if so, when have you seen this come into place?
Pearls go through different fashion trends. You know, in
Course.
the 80s, we were all about the Queen and Margaret Thatcher wearing pearls, so everybody didn't really want to wear pearls because it sort of like aged people.
Yeah.
You had I don't know if you've heard the term twin set and pearl brigade.
Yes, yeah,
You
yeah.
know, for ladies of a certain age that would wear, you know,
Those who
twins.
lunch,
That's it,
etc.
Yeah. And then in the 90s, we all wanted to be like the Jackie Onassis Chanel look, so the round pearls came back. These last few years, even Mikimoto have been doing Keshi pearls in necklaces as well, and it's really changed to that more boho chic feel of pearls, where round pearls didn't sit within that sort of like box.
Yeah.
Keshis and biwas and Baroque pearls did, and we couldn't get Keshis, biwas and Baroque pearls for a long time because the industry, the big fashion houses, they've got a bigger buying power than we have, unfortunately. So they were scooping up all the more irregular shaped pearls and we were getting more rounded pearls. And now we're starting to see now a level, because Jewellery Maker have got now a built up trust with some of these pearl farms, as you can see with these hand selected selections as well. We can now get the same sort of like deals that are on the fashion pearls.
Completely. Speaking of saleability and speaking of fashion, one of the biggest fashion trends for this season, as outlined by, as highlighted, by the likes of Vogue and Tatler, has been statement earrings. You just bear that in mind and imagine for me, if you will, something like this as a design. And imagine the types of brands that could sell these. And the reason I'm bringing that up is because I am offering to you tonight, for the first time for me, sorry, they're so round, they're rolling everywhere. For the first time for me, this incredible pair of nucleated earrings, or pearls, perfect for earrings, but nucleated with that perfect setting in the silver. Fleur, respect, I'm guessing. Safe journey home, says Carol.
Aw, thank you,
Love.
Carol.
So these have already got those set into place. And the interesting thing about these that I wanted to ask you is, because, you know, we're talking about earrings, for example, being a trend. And I thought I'd just have a little look. So I literally typed into my search engine, pearl earrings. And on one page, I want to just make that clear again, one page of my search engine, these names who do pearl earrings came up. Tiffany, Watch Shop, Dargy, Winston, Swarovski, Baybrooks and Britton, George Renson, Ernest Jones, De Beers, Absolute Pearls, Goldsmiths, Lily Gardner, Olivier and Pearl, Gian London, Diamond Wealth, Ruby and Oscar, Eternal Collection, the Diamond Treatments, the Diamond Treats, and of course Tiff & Co. Those all came up on the first page. This is something which
I must have been
sells.
hiding on the second page.
Yeah, you
then.
must have been. Fleur was
I
on
must have been- I
second
must have
page.
been on
Second page.
Rocks and Chains, second page.
Second page.
Just my luck.
Those are big names.
Huge names, yeah.
When they are working with pearls, and I've got to say, I saw no coloured pearls in there, so I'd expect more for these.
Yeah.
The fact that these are nucleated cultured pearls, I would expect more for these. Also, one thing that I will mention is some of those were shell pearl when I looked into it. None of them, and this was all on the first page of the search engine. So remember, a lot of people will look at the first 2, 3, 4 pages. Everybody on a search engine looks at the first page.
Yeah,
you can't
first
help it,
page,
it's
yeah.
the first one, it's what you have to look at. Most people, therefore, will see prices. The lowest price one out of that collection of earrings was £52.99 plus P&P. But they weren't like this.
No.
They weren't as big and bold. Yeah, they were full earrings, fair dues, but still. They definitely weren't £24.95. This is the kind of luxury look that I think people don't expect to be able to afford.
No,
Do you know what I
they
mean?
don't. And realistically, these pearls could have ended up in any one of those fashion houses or any one
Agree.
of those jewellery
So agree
establishments,
with you.
because the only people that do have their own pearl farms are Mickey Moto.
Mickey Moto, of course.
Everybody else has the same sort of like bite of the cherry, if
Yes.
you like. So,
Yeah.
you know, if Tiffany & Co. had got there before and they wanted that for a collection, they would have got them in that collection. So these could have ended up anywhere in the world in any kind of jewellery collection.
Completely.
And that's what's so lovely, that the fact that you can get to work with them, and they've got the pearl pegs set there ready.
Yeah.
So you can use them in a chainmail design, you can use them in a wirework design, you could even just add a jump ring or a bail and pop it onto a chain, and there you've got, I mean, what does that work out at £12.50 each, roughly?
Yeah. Yeah, £12.48.
So add a chain onto there. So we do chains for like £7, don't we?
Yeah.
That's £20 for a pearl pendant
Here's an idea.
on one.
With one of these.
Yes, yeah, add them in.
Do
Add
you
it
know
in.
what I mean? Oh! I'll pick it up in a bit.
Durable.
I will. Look at that. Those
They
together.
would be beautiful together, actually.
Because that's a real thing, isn't it? Like a charm, detailed design.
If I were you,
Yeah. Yeah.
I'd forget about that one.
Would you?
Can't send it back.
Can't send. No, that's a good point.
Get
Can't
yourself a
send it
jump
back
ring.
without to.
Bob it
it
on.
on. Job's a good one. £24.95 fee today. And just let you know, that peg is solid selling silver.
Yeah, it is.
So that's important when you're selling, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
To
yeah,
know
'cause
the full
'cause
quantity
you've got
and
that,
quality.
You've got sort of like, if you're going to put it onto a silver chain, you've got like for like.
Yes, absolutely. I think that is just divine. And for that as a set of earrings.
Yeah. Beautiful.
Fleur, you've been ace.
Oh, thank you.
You have been with us since silly o'clock this morning.
Yeah.
You got up at 5:30.
Yeah.
You are just going to do, what, a little 10-minute drive down the road,
10-minute
sit
drive.
back, relax.
Well, I will tonight.
Yeah.
At 5 o'clock tomorrow morning, I'll be doing a 10-hour drive.
Yeah.
Because my mother wouldn't buy a man in a van.
Yeah. Yeah. So you're going to be the hostess with the mostest and
Fleur in a
driving.
car.
Yeah. Yes.
That's it.
So thank you so much. Do not forget, you can find Fleur online. Have a little look out for her Rocks and Chains company. Her pieces are absolutely amazing. You can find them on social media. She's also got a Facebook page. It's JM Guest Designer Fleur Hastings. Have you got a bit of time off then? Because you're
Yeah.
in today, then you're back and you're driving all the way up, another 10-hour drive. You're staying over?
One night and then coming back down.
Coming back down.
That's it. And
Right.
then I'm on Wednesday morning, chainmail, and then I'm on Thursday mid, where me and Claire are kicking you out the studio, and we're having a couple of hours by ourselves.
Yeah.
And then you're back in with me.
Because I've got that meeting.
Yes, you've got a designer takeover.
Yes, designer takeover. What are you going to be doing?
I don't know.
Wow. You got
It's a bit-
plenty of time to
It's a bit
think about
worrying,
it.
isn't it? That's what I've been doing, making notes all day.
Got you.
What to say.
I've
got that.
Great,
I know
nailed
what
it,
to do.
nailed
Yeah,
it,
know what to
nailed
do
it.
now.
That's why you've been
I'm
practicing with the tweezers.
Yeah,
I knew there was something
I'm gonna
fishy
leave it all to
going on. Fleur, you've been amazing.
you.
Hasn't she been fabulous? Thank you so much. Now, don't you go anywhere. I've got so many more treats to get your weekend started. It's coming up after this.
Owning a strand of genuine gemstones is always exciting, but being able to use it in your handcrafted jewellery, then passing it on to its new owner with proof of its authenticity is even more incredible. Why not add one of our printed authenticity cards to your order and share that same feeling with your customers? You can also access online authenticity certificates through items you have previously ordered by looking at your order history on your account details. The certificate gives you valuable information about your purchase and is your guarantee of quality and peace of mind from Jewellery Maker. Jewellery Maker. Create, wear, share.
Love Jewellery Maker but don't have an account? You can now purchase items on the Jewellery Maker website through our guest checkout. To do so, select the products you wish to purchase and head over to the shopping basket. Simply enter your email address and select Continue as Guest below. After this, the checkout process is simple. Select your quantity and delivery option and then check out securely. Enter your billing details and either a credit card or PayPal account and proceed to payment. From here, you still have the option to create an account if you wish, making shopping online easier for you. Jewellery Maker. Create, wear, share.
Are you new to Jewellery Maker? Shop with us for the first time and you'll receive a free gift. The free gift includes 2 beautiful gemstone strands in an organza bag, plus a DVD ideal for jewellery making newbies, featuring tutorials essential for getting started and so much more. As long as you qualify as a new customer and haven't shopped with us before, then your free gift will automatically be added to your order when you make your first purchase with us. It's really that simple. Gemstone strands are selected at random, so gemstone size, shape and colour will vary for each new customer. Why stop there? Once you receive your new free gift, we'd love to see what you create. Share your designs with us via our Facebook page and join our creative community of jewellery makers. Start your jewellery making journey with us today. Create, wear, share.
Did you know no matter how many times you purchase with Jewellery Maker in the same day, you'll only be charged one fee of postage and packaging? Select our standard delivery for just $3.95, or if you'd like to receive your goods sooner, upgrade to our premium option for $5.95. Jewellery Maker. Create, wear, share.
At Jewellery Maker, we are always looking at ways to provide you with a fantastic shopping experience. With this in mind, we'd like to welcome you to our new pre-order option. Selected items throughout the day will be put on display and made available for pre-order. When the presenter informs you that the pre-order service is available on an item, this is your chance to pop it into your online basket or speak to one of our brilliant call centre team members and be one of the first to secure your purchase.
Here at Jewellery Maker, we're always making improvements to give you a better shopping experience. We've recently upgraded our website to make it more user-friendly and easy to navigate around. We now have the guest checkout function, which allows customers to check out quickly without creating an account. Our homepage now informs you with what's currently live on the show, recently aired items, and today's deal of the day. We've improved our website navigation and added new categories to help customers quickly find the products they want. Our online range is growing fast with over 7,000 products available for you to purchase. And don't miss out on hundreds of brand new clearance lines with more added every week. Happy shopping with Jewellery Maker. Create, wear, share.
Welcome back to Jewellery Maker. Hi, how are you? Oh, still got these on my head. Don't need them anymore. Spectre goggles. See you later. If you have just tuned in, I've been wearing these not just for fun or fashion, but because we've had an amazing demo earlier on with the wonderful Fleur. As you may or may not know, I know we normally have a kit at this time. We did it in the last hour. Why? Because Fleur's been here forever and she's gone home because she's got a long drive in the morning. The wonderful Fleur did a demo on how to create this piece that I'm wearing, amongst others. So yeah, that's well worth a little look back. But have you paid your P&P today yet? Well then, you may as well add a few things to your basket, hadn't you? Shall we? Right, let me show you. Double trouble coming up for you. Pearls. Could this be the most beautiful pearl in the world? Could be. Could be. They're coming up for you in this time. I've also got that beautiful strand as well, which I just adore. I love this colour. It's so peachy, so blush, so beautifully expensive looking. It is not long for you. Let me also show you. Did you get them earrings just before the break? I'm not going to lie to you. This could be the nicest pearl strand I've seen all day. I think it is just everything I want and more. Do you know what, Tom? I'm going to put this on my T-bar if that's all right. Right in the middle. Because they're so big and they're so bold, they just hold themselves. Oh, I love them. That's coming up for you in this hour as well. Let's go. Oh my gosh, I've not seen this chain in months and months and months. Do you want sparkle? Do you want shine? You are in the right place. Look at this, one of the most sparkly chains we've ever done. I've got 6 only. Italian design chain we have got here for you. It has got so much sparkle, so much shine. It is so expensive looking. I absolutely adore this. It's one of the heavier, more significant gram weights that we offer to you. And because of that, you would expect to get more money connotated to it. But today, because it's the final 6, you're not going to believe this. £11.95. Just look at how significant that is. If I hold it completely and absolutely still, it just looks like one of the sturdiest chains that we do. I've literally got 6 available. The pearls I've just done, those 4 Keshi pearls, would look great on this balanced, really nicely balanced actually. Let me just show you one of them, just in case you've just tuned in, because I think this is such a sturdy looking chain, it deserves a sturdy looking pearl. What do you think? That works beautiful, doesn't it? Oh, nearly a sell out. Nearly, nearly, nearly. Okay, I'm bringing you another chain. Chain Z. Oh, wow. 3 chains. I've got 2 that are 18-inch. So, oh, that's beautiful. 2 18-inch and 1 20-inch. Now that is going to be perfect giftables. 3 chains in total. Christmas gifts, crackers, main Christmas presents. Do you remember I brought you 4 of these in a selection before? There you go. Happy days. 1 for each and 1's to spare. £19.95 makes them £6.65 per one. Yet again, 2 18-inch, 1 20-inch for you today. So if you love that layered look, then this is the layered look luxury. We've got £19.95. Just see how high shine the gloss on these is. It really is something very, very, very special indeed. It is. Oh, just let me. Do you mind handing me a bust, Dan? A black one, prefs. Just there. There's one just there. No, it's all right. Go outside. What? You are such a love. You had a right little jog then. I loved it. I'm trying to help you get your 10,000 steps in. Thanks, Dan. You're a love. Let me just show you because I just think it's nice to know what we're talking about lengthwise, because it's all well and good thinking of 18 inches, isn't it? But until you actually see them, there is quite a difference. There you go. So obviously these are layered over the top, but you've got 2 of the 18-inch and you've got 1 of the 20 inches there. Because of the length of the, because of the length of the 20-inch and because of the metal weight of the 20-inch, it does tend to lay a little bit more to a point as a general rule, especially once you pop a gemstone upon it, then that is going to work absolutely beautifully. There you go, if you fancy grabbing it. Little bit busy on that there phone line, so don't forget you can join us at JewelleryMaker.com. It is easy peasy to do so. You can also tap the app if you so wish, and it is free to download, just to let you know. Ooh, this is something a bit different for the day. Let's go. P-A-R-T, why not? Big, bold. Name that film. Name that film. Dan, do you know that film? Correct, 10 points. Ace Ventura. P-A-R-D-Y, because I got it. Yeah. Oh, it's The Mask. P-A-R-D-Y nuts. That's another one, isn't it? It's not as good. Have you seen The Mask, Dan?
Yes.
Have you seen Ace Ventura, Dan? Yes. What about the second one? Call of Nature, I think it was called, wasn't it?
Yeah, I've seen that as well.
Seen that one too. Absolute corking set of films, isn't it? Really good. Do you know what? They've aged quite well as well, those films. As has he, I think. Don't know, I've not seen him recently. 12 at 90, he doesn't call as much anymore, Dan. We have got your beautiful Jasper here, and these are in your 12 mils. Do you know what these would be good with? The wig jig. Oh, who fancies a wig jig tomorrow? Yeah, tomorrow mid-show. Don't mind if we do. £8.95 today for this lovely long length strand. And again, if you do like that boldness of colour, you know, if you do like boldness of colour and boldness of shape and size, then this is totally the one for you. And do you know what I like about this? Do you know what I like? It's all the colours you could hope to get your hands on. If I hold that out. How many colours can you see in one? Pick which one you fancy. Red. And do you know what I've started doing? I've started trying to tell the rainbow from the song, which is really bugging me. Because as soon as I start to see the colours, yeah, no, not that song. No, not Song off of Rainbow, although, how cute is George? You're so George right now. No, actually, I think, yeah, you'd be George. No, actually, I think you'd be George, Dan. Paul would be Zippy. Tom would be, what's his name, Bungle. Tom would be Bungle, wouldn't he? Classic Bungle. Anyway, now I keep going through for the red and yellow and pink and green, purple and orange and blue song. So anyway, £8.95. I'm moving on to, oh, Fleur had her eyes on those ones. There's some really gorgeous things next to me. Do you know what, Babs? Absolutely nout in there. What should it be? Nope, there's nothing there. Sorry, pop it. Nope, pop it. It's not there. Nope. Hang on, we've got a picture. Sorry, Tom was going to explain it to me then, like some sort of rubbish charade. Right, it's something you see at night. It's a crescent shape. It's like charades. Here you go. Sterling silver. Sorry we don't have it here in person. We should do, unless I'm being hard of seeing, but I don't think I am. But yeah, if you do fancy it, this is your beautiful piece. And what I like about this is it's got the loop at the top. It's also got the loop opposite. So if you wanted to hang, for example, a pearl down from this, that would look beautiful. Almost make it look like the oh, hello. Something like this that we taught you how to make earlier on. Hang something like that from it. That's beautiful, isn't it? Nice idea. Nice idea. Oh, good luck. Tell me what it is. Tell me more, Tom. Tell me more. Tell me more, tell me more. Which strands? Chris caught his jumper on the edge of the box before, and they all kind of scattered. I am bringing to you your white Keshi pearls. And we've got that beautiful, distinctive, individual look coming from the Keshi pearls. You have got that bountiful bounce of lustre on these. And what we've got for you here is that wonderful top drilled effect. So they are going to hang really nicely on the neckline. If I just separate these out like that, and you can see a little bit more what I mean. There you go. There you go. I just think that looks so expansive, don't you? It's a luxury look, it really is. We are offering to you your white freshwater Keshi pearls, and let's remember, I did these Keshi pearls earlier on, so this could be the significant focal if one so wished. Someone just stood in my grave then, sorry, I just got a real little chill. $39.95 for you today, or is it? Nah, we're going to do you an on-air deal. Why? Because just like Billy Piper, we want to, because we want to. $19.95 for you today. Billy Piper. She was a singer before she was on Doctor Who. Are you joking? She went just by the name of Billy, and she used to do, yeah, and that was one of her songs. Why have you got to play that song so loud? Because we want to. Because we want to. Why are you always running around in crowds? Because we want to. Because we want to. Absolute corker, Tom. Can't believe you don't remember it. It's like Phoenix Nights. Well, at least when I sing it. It's not when she is. Yeah, what else did she do? I'm going to have a look at that now. I was watching her this morning on Doctor Who. It's one of my scariest episodes of Doctor Who that she's in. No, it's, It's the one with, I've forgotten the name of it now. It's the one after Father's Day, and it's the one with the kid. It's the World War gas mask. Yes. Mummy! Ah! It's creepy. It's creepy. But yeah, now it's one of my least favourite episodes. It's not quite as scary as the angels, but nonetheless, pretty creepy. Pretty creepy. Well done. Grab them whilst you can. Sorry, Paul's just asked me, are you scared of Doctor Who, Rebecca? Paul, I'm scared of Coronation Street half the time, sweets. Yeah? Right, wuss. Okay, let's go. Can we? Yeah, can we? I'm about to bring to you very bold 3D nucleated pearls. I adore the fact that when you're getting nucleated pearls, you are getting the decadence of perfection. Now, when I bring to you nucleated pearls, I bring to you the wonderful, yet sometimes exorbitant price points. We bring to you something which could look sensational just by itself. Simply knotted, nothing major, simply knotted, nice clasp, happy days. Or they could equally be used individually. When I look at these, I genuinely think back to one purchase made a while ago. And yes, before you ask, I have already put a request in from Marie for this. And she very politely went, oh, don't you worry, I've been working on it. But it isn't on the horizon anytime soon. But I have requested it, and this is what this reminds me of. When we brought you Tahitian pearls a few years ago, at this moment in time, this is how these make me feel. This is the look that we're getting. You're getting that almost uncomplicated, very much unhampered, completely real beauty. Do you know what I mean? This is the type of real beauty that is, you know, just unhampered, unimpeached. It isn't covered. It isn't dyed, you know, to bring it out. It's just as it should be. We are bringing to you the creme de la creme, and I genuinely believe that today this is one of the most luxury strands we have been able to offer to you. I'll be honest, if I could say to you, we've got 160 of these, that would be brilliant, but we would never be able to secure that kind of quantities of this kind of product. It's too luxe, it's too extravagant. We've talked already about the buying power of our incredible team, and these ones here have been hand selected for you. You've seen some of the pictures, right, of Marie hand selecting, individually picking these, and literally the hand selection process is purely because of our connections that we've built up over the last couple of years. It means that the people who are offering these to us want us to purchase from them because we have good standing. And because they want to make a purchase from us, they allow Marie at this point to go, okay, I'll buy, you know, X amount of products from you, but I want to be able to pick them. And literally in these pictures, you will see her sat with a pile like this of pearls next to her and a tiny little like pot of them here. These are the ones she's currently rejected. These are the ones she said okay to. We have got the creme de la creme proportion here. Now, do you mind if I just break this down for you ever so slightly? Things like these earrings, for example, and I do just want to show you these alongside because they're not exactly the same, but I just thought I'd show you them. These are what we did in the previous hour, right? We did, didn't we? This was the previous hour, wasn't it? How much did we do these ones for? Can you remember? £24.95. Making them each, let's say a tenner for ease. I know these are bigger, and I know they've got sterling silver, so it's not like for like. Therefore, let's say tenner at a push. Do you understand why I sit here and say this is a 200, 300, 400, 500 pound strand at Jewellery Maker prices? Do you see why I sit here and look at this and go, you know, 400 pounds, a strand like that, incredible for Jewellery Maker. Outside world, we're talking 4 figures now, and that is by no means in a way an exaggeration. This is luxury. This is everything you could hope for from a pearl and so much more. And today, for your hand-selected, high luster, freshwater pearls, up to 12 mil rounds, £149.95. This could be, as I said, £400 Jewellery Maker strand, but you're getting nowhere near that price point. Even if we're just doing a price comparison against ourselves, £10 for a pair. I've got 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, there's £200 worth about here, 250, sorry, pounds worth approximately about here. I'm holding some. This is an incredible opportunity. It's a luxury opportunity. And be completely honest, if I even just used, you know, let's say, I'm thinking of a slider bracelet. How many would you use in a slider bracelet? 1 or 3? I mean, I'm just being decadent here. If I went 3, greedy, yeah, it is pulling out. If I went 3, say, for something like that on, say, a slider bracelet, then I would absolutely and completely be happy to be selling something like that in a slider bracelet for over £100. And I mean very, very, very easily, because you'd have all of that precious metal, you'll have all of those pearls as well. And if we consider that these are 12 mil in areas, that is serious luxury, because I know we always say it, but it's important to remember, as soon as you get to 8 mil, you are charged 10% on every 0.5 of a mil. So for example, 8.5, you're adding 10%. To 9 mil, you're adding 10%. To 9.5, you're adding 10%, and so on and so forth. So to get from 8, essentially, to 12, we have had numerous price hikes along the way. But with all of that in mind, these are hand-selected, high luster, lilac, near-round pearls. And they're not meagre. Are they? They're not meagre little pieces. There's a few of you sat with it in your baskets. I do just want to let you know that I don't mention names on strands like this. I won't name your names, because I'm well aware you might be sat next to someone on the sofa who's going a little bit starry-eyed and going, oh my gosh, imagine getting them for Christmas, and you're trying to be all casual and like maybe ordering them on the app or trying to casually order them on JewelleryMaker.com, and then I go, oh, nice work, you know. Engelbert, you know, you've got an unusual name just so it's more obvious. Good old Engelbert's got some, and then, you know, you're kind of caught out, aren't you? I have literally, and I don't like saying this because I want everyone to own this, I've got 2 left on the planet. I'll just let you know real briefly as well. My grandma absolutely loves and adores pearls. They are her absolute all-time favourite. And I remember when I started working here, I made her a bracelet with pearls. And not only did she start crying, she tried to give it back to me. This is absolute honest truth. She started crying, she tried to give it back to me because she thought I must have spent £200, £300, and she genuinely did. She was like, Becky, it's too much, it's too much. And I was like, no, don't worry, like, you know, I've made it for you, it's a treat. It was one of her absolute favourites. And since then, I have bought more pearls for her, and I've made necklaces and everything else. And was it last year or the year before, I got her a set of nucleated pearls, and she wears those pearls more than any other pearls that I've brought to her, and it's so similar to this. And I think that's the beauty of things like this. You know, if you've got someone in your family who has been brought up knowing the value of pearls and knowing how expensive pearls are, and knowing that the round traditional pearls are pretty special, and then they get to own even more spectacular, high luster, hand-selected pearls like this, you want to bet your bottom dollar they know the difference. And for me, and this could just be me personally, but I know my grandma pretty well. My grandma's my best friend. My grandma's also my pen pal, even though she only lives 40 minutes down the road from me, and I go and see her quite often. In fact, I'm going to see her this weekend. Next weekend. But yeah, we are pen pals, and we write to each other often just to keep up to date and stuff. But I know full well that if I gifted this strand to my grandma this Christmas, You know when people go in the new year, oh, how was your Christmas? What did you get for Christmas? I know full well this would be in those top 3 pieces that she'd been gifted. You know you have the top 3? Does everyone else have that? Someone goes, oh, what did you get for Christmas? Very rarely do you start off with, well, I got a nice pair of red socks. You know, you go for the big ones, don't you? This would be that. This is that feature gift. Literally 2 of these left. And also, this could be a necklace, pair of earrings for birthday. Do you know what I mean? Break it down. Literally 2 left, and I'm not going to name names, but I've got 3 locations with it in their baskets. Good luck. I'm going to put these back here. I was going to put them back in the box, but I'm not going to. Hello. Hello, beautiful. These are popping of colour. Do you know these go nice with? Rose gold, just a thought. Oh, do you know what else they might go nicer with? I love these earrings, I'm slightly obsessed. If you want these earrings, text in. I love them. Look at that. Imagine just 3 of these, just 3 of these, on a set of earrings like this. That'd be absolutely perfect. Liam, could you just go home already? Liam's still here. Yes, Liam. Liam, who finished work at 6 o'clock. He's not just staying here for fun. Or are you, Liam? Hi, Liam. He's popped his tyre. And so he's waiting for someone to come and change it. Don't get me wrong, we've all had to go. But those bolts do not want to move. He's still here. Little love. £6.95 for you today on that beautiful strand. I think it's so luxurious looking, very expensive looking indeed. Apricot. So a really lovely, expensive looking blush. I just think it's beautiful. I really do. Don't you? Stunning, isn't it? It's just divine. And again, let me show you that. You know, just 3 on there. Or even a loop, quite like a little circlet. Imagine, a little circlet. Little circlet, just there, little teardrop. Quite nice, right? Quite nice. £6.95, cheaper than a new tyre. Oh, a bit of salt in the wound there. It's too soon, isn't it? Yeah. Too soon. Okay, let's dive on in to not 1 strand, but 2. Do you know these would be nice as? Little leaves with, say, a flower. Do you know what I mean? Imagine the flowers with little tiara twists of these around. Now that is going to look like a flowery hair vine, isn't it? That's going to look beautiful. We have got for you your top drilled. Hang on. Oh yeah, 2. You're getting 2 of them. 2 strands of your hand-selected pearls. Now I think these are beautiful because if you do want to make, for example, you know that did the necklace earlier on, the necklace DVD, sorry, which was the what was it called? Statements Bridal. Imagine adorning every centimetre or 2 of that with this, because you'd be able to, because you're getting 2 strands. You know, we often talk about why is getting 2 strands such a good thing, and it's because we do such great prices. That is 2 strands at £24.95. Or is it? It's the last hour of Flirty Friday. Just 2 seconds. Just 2 seconds. 1 bracelet, 2 bracelet, 2.5. 6 bracelets for £9.95. Fleur Day Friday. Beck, I'm back home now. Thanks everyone for putting up with me all day. I've loved every minute, and that's from Fleur. Oh, a bit spittier than I thought it was going to be. That. Sorry. Sorry. I adore you, Fleur. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for that messaging. She's been fabulous, hasn't she? Absolutely fab. I have got 6 bracelets worth, especially once I've put a clasp on the back, for £9.95. So how much is that per bracelet? 6 bracelets, so it's £1.66. £1.66 only. I mean, come on. That's incredible. That ain't even a block o' cheese. Block o' cheese. It's not though, is it? No, £1.66. There's no, he's going 10 quid for a block of cheese. No, I'm talking 166. 166 block of cheese, nope. And if you would, it'd be from like the cheese counter and it'd be a slither. I don't want a slither of cheese, I want a doorstop of cheese. Or a wheel. From the 1st of December, it's just Christmas food all the way for me. Someone's gonna offer me a, I don't know, salad sandwich and I'm gonna go, get away. No, where's me pig in a blanket? And me a parsnip. Well done, everybody. Well done. Oh, sorry. Now my nose just went funny. Where to? Oh, this is beautiful. Wow! Look at the surface on those. Oh my gosh. Getting dead close. Have a look at the surface on them. Oh, 25 only. Look at that. This is brand new to me. I've never been on a late show before. They are perfect. Near round. I love it when we do that. It's one of my favourite things, that. When we say near round, do you know why that is? It's because it's nearly round. Good point. But not technically correct, actually. When we test our pearls, we test with our pearls between 4 and 5 strands dependent. So when we test those 4 and 5 strands, we will measure the pearls in 4 to 5 places. But remember, this is along 4 to 5 different strands. So for example, on this strand, say I'm going to measure that one and it comes out perfect round. That one comes out perfect round. That one comes out perfect round. That one comes out 0.5 millimetre off the perfect round. And that one comes off perfect round. We will call the strand near round. If we do that, say on the 5 strands, and there's even just one on each strand that's not totally round, we will call it a near round. But let's be totally honest, if we have a full visual on this strand, if I just tilt it up slightly, be completely honest, do they look round to you? Well, that's how people are going to see you wearing them, isn't it? I mean, people aren't going to be getting much closer than that, are they? Not really, they're not. That looks absolutely beautiful, doesn't it? It's luxury, it's decadent. Is it expensive? Well, it's more considered. You'd think. You ready? You ready? We have never, ever brought this on the Late Show before. I want you to be able to own this. We all do, because it's the last hour, it's Fleur Day Friday. We've had some great pearls. We've not had out quite like this, nothing quite like this. Sorry, Tom has just told me that in 1 minute's time, he is going to take 100 and ... pounds off this. It's over £100. I don't mean by a pound. Are you serious? Let me be honest. So I'm going to take this from 3 figures to 2 figures. From 3 figures to 2 figures. In 1 minute's time, everybody pays the final close in. Good luck. On your marks, get set, go. Okay, I'm going to take this to not 3 figures as it is, and let's be honest, it's highly standard in the 3-figure realm there, isn't it? Absolutely. I am not going to take this to 3 figures. This is going to be in 2 figures. So already you should be knowing I'm going to take at least £152 off this, and I'm saying that as an honest thing. It is at least. If you want to grab this, everybody pays the final closing. Who can you see you gifting this to? Who can you imagine giving the absolute? Because let's be honest, when I'm looking at strands like this, I am not thinking of my local high street. I'm thinking of the places I saw when I was in, Diamond International. I'm thinking of the likes of Shoppard, Van Cleef & Arpels. You know, this is the quality I am deeming when I'm looking at this. Okay, this is so low in stock. So low in stock. I'm going to take more than £150 off this. You know it. 3, 2, 1. That price drop is coming live. We are giving you an astonishing deal, an astonishing opportunity. You ready for this? £79.95. That is incredible, isn't it? That is just next level. It's so expensive looking. It's so luxurious looking. £251.95. I mean, isn't that truthfully incredible? Okay, let's be honest. I'm in my last chance saloon, which means less than 30 available for you now. What we're bringing to you is the purity, the beauty. Let's take this. Let's kick this up a level as a final piece, shall we? Let's kick this up. I've just taken off £172 exactly. So if you do fancy grabbing it, do feel free. Let me just take this up a level. How's that looking now? Yeah, feature piece. That is a feature piece. On one of the featherweight head pins we did on the second kit earlier on. Oh, tell you what, grab out your calculator. I'd love to know what percentage saving that is. I'd love to. £172 off. But what kind of percentage is that? Because some places have got Black Friday deals starting, haven't they? Yeah? Yeah? I've already bought some this morning in the Black Friday sale, and it was 50% saving. Yeah, that's what I bought it off. Sorry, we're giggling about a sofa company who has Black Friday every day, apparently. If I walked into that shop and bought a full price sofa, it would be the only day of the year, wouldn't it? Oh my goodness, 68% saving. Do you know what? Honestly, it's slightly different, but if I walked into my local hobbying store and said, hi, I want this perfectly fine product that's got absolutely nothing wrong with it, and I want you to give me over 60% off, I'd get a blank stare. I bought something a couple of weeks ago, and it was for Halloween actually, and it's like a crown, and it has two of the beads missing from it. So I went up to the woman and was like, hi, I've got these bits and bobs missing, and can I have a discount on it? And she gave me a 10% discount, but it was broken, but that was all I was getting, 10% discount. Wait, there's nothing broken. There's nothing absolutely at all wrong with this. Isn't that just so expensive looking? Do you know what? Imagine using one of these mandrels that are coming up on the morning show tomorrow to create like a really big, sturdy cuff bracelet with just one of these in there. It's so perfect. Why not? £79.95. You've got it in your basket. I see you thinking about it. That is such a good saving. Can I just let you know, if you're watching on the repeat, hiya, future people. Good morning. I hope you slept well. Got a gorgeous Saturday and Sunday coming up for you this weekend. It's Tools of the Trade, don't you know? Wig jigs on mid, these on the morning. What's treating themselves on the late? We'll find out for you. If you are watching, we've just given you a £172 discount on this. But what happens in, let's say, 27 minutes from now? This will be back up in price dramatically. Sorry. Well done. Of what time? Tell me what it is. these ones here, these are the ones that are showing, yeah? Yeah, just checking. Have a little look. Oh, aren't they just divine? Now, I have a set of these, and when I bought them the first time, I bought one set. The next time I sold them on air, I bought 3 sets, because they are honestly my most talked about earrings that I've probably worn this year, to be totally honest with you. Let me just remind you how these work, because I'll be honest, if you've not worn these before, you'll probably look at them going, well, that looks uncomfortable to fit in, but it's not, and I'll tell you for why. So this is the bar, just like on the back of any normal stud earring that goes through the ear. Now here's the interesting bit. Can you see that that chain is actually finer and obviously more manipulative than the metal that you're putting through your ear? So basically what happens is you put this through your piercing, and genuinely you can't really even feel that chain moving through at all, because it's finer and more movable than the metal. And then your ear sits there. Little loop at the bottom. Cash. Well done, everyone. Okay. Okay. Ooh, look at these. Wow, look at the luster. Look at the luster on those. Twin biwas. Wow. So, for any of you that do not know, a biwa pearl is a pearl that technically should be extinct due to pollution, due to overbuilding and water pollution. These pearls should have absolutely and completely been wiped out. Thankfully though, we managed to save them just in time and move them to a more safe and secure location, whereby they can not only grow but thrive. Once in a blue moon, you will get a twinning of these incredible pearls, and if we're completely honest, these have to be one of the most unique looking pearls on the planet. They are also some of the largest. You're looking at approximately 3 centimeters in areas on this, which now not only takes this to a luxury size pearl, it takes it to what is sometimes referred to as an elite sized pearl. Oh, sorry, that cough came from nowhere. So what we're dealing with here is an elite size pearl, and you're getting that luxury quality. And one thing I will say is, if you just get in and have a little look at the luster on these, there's honestly nothing else quite like it. It's almost magical. Look at that. Look, what do you see? How many colours? It's almost silver actually, which is interesting. That's white. Doesn't it almost look, if you really look at that and I just shimmer it slightly, it almost looks like we've sort of applied something to this, which isn't the case. And it almost looks like sort of an kind of iridescent element to it, doesn't it? That has been added. But again, it's not, it's almost like a magic eye actually. You're kind of looking at it going, hang on, are my eyes misleading me here? No. Okay, hang on. Right, hand on heart. So obviously, you know, part of my job is to look at the products beforehand and try and retain the prices of them. I don't even bother looking at prices. I know that my mind doesn't retain them. In all honesty, if I were to be asked to guess the price of something like this beforehand, and this sounds ridiculous now that price has come in, but hand on heart, if Tom would have brought in on the screen there $72.95, I would not have batted an eyelid. That is incredible. I'm not saying use them all on one necklace, although once they're yours, do as you will with them. It's up to you. But I am saying for individual pieces, whether it's pendants, whether it's key charms, and look at the way that they're sort of stranded. I love how they go in one direction. They almost look kind of almost like waves of sea foam lapping against the shore. It's divine quality. £24.95. They are corner drilled, by the way, so that means that you get that lovely little jaunty angle on these, which I think is really quite beautiful. I know this is decadent, I know this is OTT, but I'm still going to show it. I'm not saying them all in together, it's just as an idea. If you wanted a focal that turned it extra contemporary, then pairing. What about keeping it purer? And let's juxtapose it with the beauty of the £172 saving strand. Yep, genuinely. £172 off that strand. I've just given it to you. Have a look back on JewelleryMaker.com. Okie dokie. Oh, I adore these. I haven't seen this colour much at all today. Almost Tahitian of body, but they've got so much more to offer when it comes to that shine. It's the oil on water look. And it is rather hypnotic, don't you think? Don't you think? You kind of want to fall into them, don't you? This kind of look, that kind of beauty, that kind of, just look, wow. That kind of mastery of quality and light is so intriguing. It gives it an elegance, but at the same time kind of keeps you on your toes, you know? What I've got here is a strand unlike any I have seen at this point today. And that is not only of shape, but it's of that colour. Remember earlier on I brought you a peacock pearl and I said this is a more muted colour, less Tahitian. This is more of the latter. This has got more of that Tahitian body to it, but actually the way that that halo of light transcends, bouncing and diffracting that colour underneath the surface is what makes this extra. It makes it more. It makes it impulsive. So be decisive. Grab as many as you wish, but do make sure you're grabbing them, because this for me is not quite like anything else. Do you know what this is? This is that pearl strand for the person that doesn't like pearls. You know, the person who doesn't like pearls because, oh, they're a bit boring, or as we used to say, they're a bit antwacky. Antwacky basically means like old-fashioned. Oh, they're a bit antwacky. Like we used to say that doilies and tea cozies were a bit antwacky. Do you know what I mean? Bit old-fashioned, a bit dowdy. If you've got anyone in your family who thinks that of pearls, change their mind. £59.95 isn't your price. Oh, okay. Let's do it. Let's do it. Just one of these on this earring. Okay, let's make our money back. Let's make our money back by using two. Let's have a little look. Just one on each of these earrings that I did for you before, very contemporary. Give those to, do you know, is there anyone in your family who's a little bit of a fashionista and they are obsessed with any of the following? Celebrities on Twitter. Anyone on Insta or Instagram, yeah? You know those types of people? Do you know anyone who loves watching fashion blogs or vlogs? Anyone who absolutely adores the makeup tutorials? You know, the people who love this on-trend fashionista and follow that kind of lifestyle. Genuinely, one of those in there, that is a contemporary, on-trend pair of earrings. I love that. £19.95 for you today on that one. What a fabulous deal. Well done. Well done. Absolutely, all of you. Let me just show you it with one of them bijoux as well, as an idea. Oh, that's what you wanted. It's all right. Let me show you. Hey! Oh, you've eaten your last rice cake. Oh, you're joking. You are a trooper. Well done. Let me show you. Doesn't that look great? big pieces, big pebbles of your aquamarine. We have got for you that big, bold strand. Lovely amount of clarity in these, as one can see, and a lovely amount of interest. If you did want to, you know, pop one of these on the Takali chain, for example, that I did earlier on. Remember, if you are watching on the repeat, well, anytime, it is Tools of the Trade this weekend. Tomorrow afternoon, we've got Wig Jig and so much more. And I will just let you know, Sterling Silver weekend 2 weekends ago was very, very, very popular. We do not have a huge amount of sterling silver left over, nowhere near as much as we did have because it was such a popular weekend. So if you do want to grab any chains for example, you know, the pieces you're going to be learning to create over the weekend, and I would strongly suggest grabbing the Takali chain or just having a little look on JewelleryMaker.com. $19.95 should be deal. However, today, for you, £12.95. Yes, it's totally natural. So all that colour's the real deal. All of that colour is the real stuff. You're getting that beautiful quality and luxury appearance. And don't forget, if you do want that chain, the Takali, it is still available. One of them on a head pin. Done. Job's a good one. Yeah, job's a good one. Or pair it with one of those flower pearls as well. Quite nice. Quite nice. If you fancied it. Bit different. This is the chain I was talking about. Just FYI. Yeah, just one of them from it. Just one. Nice idea. Nice idea. Well done. Well done. We've got 1:10 left. That's it. That's all. Flirty Friday's flown by, hasn't it? Hasn't it? We've had absolutely loads on today, and if you have just tuned in, you've gone, oh, you're joking, is that it? Watch us back on YouTube. This show will go up in a little bit. Hey, it's going back on the repeat. We'll be on the morning show in a minute. We have got so much to come for you this weekend. It is Tools of the Trade weekend. Tomorrow, your guest designers are Linda, Alison Tarry, and then in the late show, and gone, oh, let me remind you as well, you've got these mandrels. I've read it before as well. It's Joe. You've got that tomorrow. But yes, just a little reminder, these are coming up for you tomorrow morning. Also on Sunday morning, just a heads up, you've got the Dremel coming back at 9. And tomorrow afternoon with the lovely Alison, I've got the Wig Jig. Oh yeah. We've also got Hayley on that Saturday as well. It is going to be a weekend for you to craft and top up. So sleep well. We'll see you tomorrow.
Tune into Jewellery Maker every morning at 8 AM for our breakfast club. We'll be bringing you low prices, last